We are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Monday night. I'm joined with my good friend here, Fabio, who's gracious enough to take his free time to join me, having fun, talking for a little bit for maybe at least 2 hours, give or take, and we'll see where it goes.
Sure.
And hi to people in the chat, and thank you, Fabio, once again for joining me.
Thank you for having me. As always, it's always a good time doing this.
Now, hi to people in the chat. We got Preminator, Marcus, Alter Ego, KOTM, Bra, Action Limeade, Mr. D Man, Ryan, Motionless Zombie, RJ. Hello, everyone. And everyone that comes into the chat, thank you. Uh, I know someone mentioned it already, but I'm sure it's going to be brought up. Very sad to hear about Shannon Doherty
Oh yeah.
and her loss with cancer. Did hear about the cancer bit a long while ago. Was hoping I don't know how she was doing. I don't know if she beat it for a bit and it came back. I don't know the details, but that's very sad to hear. Way too young. And may not have been my favorite person, but I don't want anyone to go out like that. And I liked some of her work, and it's too bad. It's very shame. And yeah, I've liked her and stuff. Liked her in Mallrats. Liked her in other material. So that's a shame. It's a shame to hear.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the status was because a friend of mine met her what two 3 months ago. I think in April, and I saw the pictures and she looked like she was better. She looked like she was doing okay. So I don't know if it came back or it was the meds. I don't know, but yeah, it is sad. Same with Richard Simmons. Um,
Oh, whoops.
yeah, it's always
There.
always sad. Well, there you go. Yeah.
Okay. And yes, Richard Simmons as well, which that's too bad. Always seemed like a nice guy. You didn't really hear anyone say anything bad about him. Never met him. I do remember him from back in the day, but again, that's another shame as well. So
Mm-hmm.
that's too bad. Rest in peace to him as well.
Yeah, Shelley
And yes,
Duvall.
rest in peace. Yes, Shelley Duvall. What was your favorite role of hers? Because I mean, the three I think of is The Shining, Popeye, and Suburban Commando. My favorite is probably The Shining, but what's your favorite role of hers?
Probably the Shining as well, but she was fun in Suburban Commando, and I think wasn't she in Rocket Man? The Disney,
Yes,
not the Elton John movie, the Disney movie.
right.
Yeah,
But then she
yeah,
played the
that's right.
mom in like a little cameo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but always like Shelley Duvall. But yeah, it's a shame what she had to deal with, what she went through.
Yeah, and I also did hear about the kid from Elf. That was very strange.
Mm-hmm.
I I don't know the I know the details were that it was heat stroke and it was him and his dog in the car and he fell asleep. Maybe he had a history of sleeping when he wasn't supposed to. I don't know the details about his life. I don't know if he had other issues. I don't know. So, but that's too bad as well.
Yeah, I don't know either, but yeah, it is very strange, but we'll never know.
I'm laughing because thanks frame by frame.
I
I
already
figured
know
I'd
why
bring
you're
him up.
laughing. I saw it.
Uh, I know only the vague details. I'm not. I've just been so busy with the aftermath of the everything that went on, hurricane stuff. I haven't looked too much on the news. I'm not the most knowledgeable audience. So I just be shooting out of my ass. Um, I don't know if Fabio knows more than me. Perhaps other people in the chat know more than me. Perhaps I know that it literally nicked his ear. The sad thing to me about it was the firefighter that passed away because he was saving his family, took the bullets for them. To me, that's the biggest travesty. Is that a guy who spent his life protecting people? protect his family, was a good man for doing that. That's the biggest travesty of all. So that's the most I take away from it. All the other stuff, I don't know. That's the saddest thing to me is the firefighter, because I mean, shows his true good colors that he protected his family first and foremost, and that is a hero to me. And he was a firefighter at the end, so that's my biggest takeaways. Being sad about that.
Agreed. I completely agree with you. But there's not a whole lot of information out there right now. I'm sure they're doing that as we speak, but who knows? Who knows what really happened? But I will say that uh, why did nobody notice this guy just walking around with a bag full of guns? I don't know, but just saying, it's very strange. And apparently, people told the cops, "Hey, like this guy looks like he's not supposed to be here," but nobody listened. And apparently, one of the cops climbed up on the roof, and then he turned to go shoot him, and then the cop jumped off the roof for some reason. I don't know why you would jump off the roof, but what do I know? But yeah, it all sounds very odd and strange. But he is lucky because I did see the trajectory of it. If he had turned like an inch closer, it would have shot him directly in the head. So he was very, very
Mhm.
lucky. The other night, I was live and people were talking about it, but no one really knew what was going on. So it was just like, well, there may have been something. It may have just been firecrackers. No one knew what happened until like an hour later. Then people realized, oh, yeah, somebody tried to take a shot at him. Oh, well, that's good. But
Now, is the
it all
shooter
seems a little odd.
is the shooter alive?
No, the shooter is dead. The cops, or
Okay.
not the cops, Secret Service sniper shot him and killed him right there,
Okay.
which is good. But again, when people are telling you, when multiple people are telling you, hey, you might want to go see what this guy's doing, you should probably listen. If it's one person, okay. If it's 17 people, yeah, you might want to investigate. But yeah, it's odd, but just the reaction from people. Look, I'm not the biggest fan of the guy either, as you all know. Do I want the guy to get killed over nothing? No. Do I want the guy to get killed because of a difference of an opinion? No. But all these idiots saying the opposite, it's like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, the before I get to your thing frame by frame, like I said, the other worst thing is that a fireman lost his life because of this stupidity.
Right. I
A
agree.
fireman who had a family who he protected and saved their lives, a fireman that did his job to help people, and that didn't need to happen at all.
I
And
agree.
the person is a can burn in hell for all I care. That's all I'll say. The glad that they got him, the shooter.
Right. But it's not
Now, as for
that
this,
hard. It's not
go
that
ahead.
hard to make a shot from that distance. The main factor is the wind. If you have a lot of wind, people don't understand that bullets travel up and down because they got this thing that's called wind. It's very strong. So that's what you're looking at. I mean, 180 feet is not that far, especially with a rifle. It's not that far. Could I have made that shot? Probably, but I'm not going to find out. um, but yeah, it's whatever. But I heard that the guy had a little bit of training, but not much. So maybe he didn't know what he was doing. I cannot talk. You also have to take an advantage. Adrenaline. He was probably very nervous because of what he was about to do. So yeah, but he's dead, which is good. So there's that.
And real quick, like, thank you, Lucas. There's nothing on there, but I appreciate that, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well on this. Absolutely. Uh, Hopefully, everyone else is doing well on this Monday night. So yes, hi to people in the chat who come on by. Hope everyone's doing okay. I apologize for missing a lot of the chat so far. I'll try to keep up. Yeah, a lot of people saying he's lucky. Yeah, he did get back up and held his fist up. I did see that image.
Which I thought he said "fuck you," but he kept saying "fight." I just found that funny. That's all.
And thank you, Lucas. I appreciate your kind words, man. Yeah, I've been enjoying that game so far, Spider-Man Edge of Time. Been very cool because to let Fabio know, what's cool about that game is 2099 Spider-Man is voiced by the guy who voiced the 90s Spider-Man cartoon.
Oh, okay.
Christopher Daniel Barnes, I
Yes.
believe his name.
Okay. That's cool.
So he voices it. He's pretty much the star. So that was really cool. So and he did a good job as 2099 Spider-Man. So
from the Starman TV series.
Thank you, DVB. Thank you, everyone out there in the chat.
Agree, Angel. Completely agree.
Oh, that's cool, Civil Wings. You bought the Terminator 2 lever action shotgun. Very cool. Yeah, the Alec Baldwin thing, I don't know much about that other than it got dismissed. I don't know the details of what happened other than I think someone screwed up evidence, I believe. So I guess that's what happened. I don't know how they screwed up the evidence. I don't know those details. I just haven't had time to look much into it.
And they withheld evidence.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
What was the evidence they withheld?
I don't know, but they dismissed it on the grounds of withholding evidence. Does it, I don't know why this is taking as long as it has. 3 years later, and now they just decide to do something. It's a joke because they didn't take it seriously from the time that started.
Man. And what was that other thing? Maybe people in the chat. There was also this other thing. What was it? Gwyneth Paltrow and Steen. She hit someone. Steen.
Oh.
I saw there was like another trial thing. Like Gwyneth Paltrow accidentally hit someone while she was skiing. Because I remember, like, I was passing over TV and I saw it briefly. I'm like, what the hell was that?
God only knows.
I don't know what the details were.
She should get sued because she's a terrible actress.
Motionless is asking Fabio, are you a fan of Super Sentai? He's currently watching The Ranger on Tubi.
Not really. Whenever I watch it, it makes me appreciate Power Rangers more. But people get mad at me. They're like, "How do you not like it?" I'm like, because not everyone has to like the same shit. This is called America. But no, I mean what I have seen, I was like, okay, it's cool to see where they got the footage from, but I'm just like, okay. First of all, I don't speak Japanese. Second of all, I'm just like, okay. I mean, cool, but I'll just go watch Power Rangers.
No problem. No problem, Lucas. Ultrito, I don't know anything about Minions. I don't watch those little assholes. Fuck the Minions. Little yellow assholes. And yeah, I saw you reviewed Maxine. I haven't checked out the review yet, but I saw it was a rant, so I'll look forward to checking that review out after the stream.
All righty. Well,
had you seen the others, like X or Pearl,
no,
related to that?
Jamaral's in the chat. He told me in the request, he said, you don't have to see the other ones because they explain everything. I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, all right, well, I don't want to go back and watch them now. So I don't want to have to sit through 2 more of them. 824, man.
Sorry, Derek. Sorry you're going through that. Definitely know how that goes. Definitely wish you the best, man. Sad to hear about that. No, I played the Friday the 13th NES game briefly. Has Fabio ever played Friday the 13th on NES?
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever played that or Elm Street. And then Hellraiser, wasn't there a Hellraiser game, or was it never came out? I think it
It
never
never
came
came
out.
out. It was
Okay, yeah,
advertised.
that's right. Um, no, actually, unfortunately, I've never played that. But the thing is, like when I was growing up, people always talked about how shitty they were, and then now people are like, "Oh, well, they're not that bad." I'm like, okay, well, whatever. Like Jaws, like the Jaws Nintendo game, which I actually really like. I think it's pretty fun. But people shit on that game, and I'm like, well, it's better than Jaws Unleashed or whatever that game was for PlayStation 2 that was terrible.
I like Jaws for NES as well. That's a fun one. If
Yeah,
you know what you're doing, it could be short, but
I really like the music in that game too.
when did you first play that Jaws for NES? Was that
Um,
when you were a kid?
yeah, because there was a guy that I used to be friends with that had it, and we used to go over his house and play it all the time.
Favorite later Seagal flick after Half Past Dead, since you're both Seagal connoisseurs.
How
I don't know if
about
I'm a connoisseur, but
how about none of them? No, I'm kidding. After has I can't talk. After Half Past Dead, probably Into the Sun.
I'll go. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I'll go for me, Urban Justice.
there you go. Because
So
those were
those are both decent ones.
yeah, those when he actually gave a shit, not Flight of Fury or Attack Force or whatever the fuck.
Or what was the one where he kicked a guy through a window 10 times? It was the
Kill
same window
Switch.
10 times. Yeah. And he told this weird story about, no, someone else told a story about a clown eating something and says, this tastes funny. It's like, the hell does that have to do with the plot or
Is that
anything?
in the movie or I can't remember.
Yeah, it's like his partner, or someone else is like telling the story, and then it cuts to like a clown or someone eating a body part. And like the joke is that it says, does this taste funny to you or something? I'm like, what the hell does this have to do with
I do not
anything?
remember that.
Well, there's a good reason.
Collectively, those movies are exactly the same.
No, Alex Movie Collector, never heard of the Alec Real Big Fish rock band. Nope, sorry, never heard of it.
No, Lucas, I don't think you're too old to like Ninja Turtles or Power Rangers, just as long as you ain't fucking weird about it.
Right. No, you're not too old for it at all.
Yeah, I've heard of Real Big Fish. I got some good stuff.
Okay. Sashim, I'm liking. I did beat the game Spider-Man Edge of Time. That'll be about 7 parts. I enjoyed it for what it was. It is a smaller game, so you're pretty much in one building. What's kind of cool because it reminds you, like, it's like Spider-Man meets Die Hard, because it all takes place in one building. Val Kilmer voices the evil scientist.
Hmm,
Uh,
that's cool.
so it's fun, but again, there's not a lot of bosses. There's like 3 bosses, and it's all in. So it's much smaller, but I thought it was a good story. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good story. So I liked it for what it was.
Cool. My brother has been playing the PlayStation 1 Spider-Man game. He never played it before.
Ah, nice. How does he feel about it, or has he not played enough to?
No, he likes it.
Oh, cool.
He actually really likes it.
Nice. Seagal and Dukes, they make a movie together, a remake of Big Fat Liar. I could
There
see
you
that.
go. Ass clowns. I
The
like
founder of A24. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Frank Dukes. He did some interview and then he was like, "There's people that have no integrity, like Viking Samurai." And then the next week he went on Viking Samurai and talked to him. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, this is stupid. Stop. Just stop it, Frank Dukes. Just be quiet for once.
Hey there, Jesse. Doing well. Thank you for that. The founder of A24 was yelling. What was he yelling or screaming about, Angel?
I agree. Fuck them.
Yeah, I've Country Shape. I beat the NES TMNT game on the channel. I think I have a video. Yeah, I have a video up where I finally beat the game, which was cool. It just took me years to do, but it's a tough game, but I liked it. It's a fun one. I beat that one. I beat the third one, which was pretty tough. So I'm not much of a gamer, so I'm pretty proud of myself for that. And Lucas, yeah, I would say so. For Edge of Time, I still like it. What I want more from it, sure, but I liked it still.
Did you ever beat
Paul
Maximum
McCartney.
Carnage?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Okay.
On Super Nintendo. I really did enjoy it. It was a bit tough, but that's a fun one. That's one of my favorite Super Nintendo games. I love Maximum Carnage. Great soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
How about you?
I don't think I've ever beaten it. I remember. I think I rented it for Genesis once, but I never beat it. And then I don't think I've ever played the sequel. Well, I guess it was the sequel, Separation Anxiety.
Oh, okay. Never played that one either, so I don't know how that is. But do you own either the Genesis or Super Nintendo Maximum Carnage?
No, I
No.
don't. I want to get the red. They did one. It was the red cartridge. I think it was for Super Nintendo. I want to get that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I had that as a kid, and Sally, it's all gone. I wish I would have kept the damn thing. Oh well.
Fuck Corey Feldman. somebody said
Yeah.
about Corey Feldman and fuck Corey Feldman. He was the first guest announced for Chiller for October. I'm like, great. Now we're off to a good start. You know, they're bringing him in. Let me see if they put anybody else on the guest list. Yep.
Yeah, of course.
If you go on their website, he's the first person listed. The fuck?
Yeah, Sally, I listened to a song, The Joke.
Yeah, I saw that. It was a joke.
He can't sing.
I don't know why nobody tells him this. It's like, dude, just stop. Just go to rehab.
Yeah, Jojo, I like. I've only played the first Siphon Filter. I enjoy it. Actually, if you go to Fabio's channel, the Italian Stamp 51, he played the first three all the way through. So he has playthroughs of all three Siphon Filters. If you want to give that a watch, Jojo, again on Fabio's channel. But I've only played the first one, but I liked
it. They're a pain in the dick.
But you never played the ones after them?
I have. I never did. I didn't play much of them because I have Omega Strain, which was the fourth one. I could never figure that game out because you have to make your own character and all this other stuff. And then what was the one? I think the one after that was Dark Mirror or something, and I played a little bit of that, but not much.
Okay, cool.
And the old Tomb Raider games, I played the first 3 or 4, and then after that, no.
No, actually, Limeade, I have not changed my opinion. The world is not enough. I feel the same way. Die Another Day is worse, but I'm not big on the world is not enough. That's just me.
Why should the Golden Compass remade so it can bring New Line back to life? Because it killed it. It's the movie that killed the studio. It's true. Warriors of Virtue had so much potential, but that movie, now as an adult, that movie makes me mad. As a kid, I was like, "Oh, this is cool." As an adult, it pisses me off because there was so much potential and they fucked it up. And then they did a shitty sequel that did not have the kangaroos, which was the coolest part of the movie.
So what was in them if it wasn't the kangaroos?
It was the kid from the first movie, he's like a teenager and he goes back to the place, but the kangaroos aren't there. They like die or something. So he has to like figure out how to stop the bad guys. Like, this is a stupid. Why did they do this? Why did they make a sequel to this? Because they didn't have money in the budget for the suits. That's why. I get it, but
so what's the point of the movie? It's like, here's a Ninja Turtle movie, but don't have them in it. It's just
not going to have
April Casey.
Turtles in it, right?
April Casey gets some shawarma.
Right, we're going to have these other characters in it that nobody knows about. Yep, the sequel. I'm trying to think. Yeah, so trying to read. Here it is. So the kangaroos, they're in it, but they're not kangaroos. They turn them into humans for whatever reason. So I'm reading it now. I only saw this movie once, and I don't remember anything about it, but I remembered that the kangaroos aren't in it. And then the kid from the first one comes back, but he's now a teenager, and he gets transported back to the place from the first movie. And it was actually a pilot for a TV series, and then it never got picked up because it never got released until years and years later.
Was Warriors of the Virtue a hit on VHS to make the sequel?
I don't think it was. I think I'm the only person that knows about the movie.
That's what I was wondering. Like, what audience is it for?
I don't think it did well at all. I know it didn't do well in theaters. Yeah, it did not. I'm reading here. It did not do much better when it hit video. It only made $7 million on video. On a $35 million budget. So even then, combined with the theatrical, it was a huge flop. They took a wash on that. And they thought it was going to be like the next Ninja Turtles because I think they were going to do a cartoon. I have some of the toys. Like, the toys are actually pretty cool, but yeah, they had this whole like universe planned, and then they spent all this money, and then nobody saw the movie. Yep.
Hey there, Rob Romano. Hello there. Well, hello, everyone in there. Steam Pseudo Media. Uh-oh.
There's a Star arcade game? Is there? I didn't know that.
I mean, I know there's one for like Super Nintendo. I didn't know there was one for arcade. That's cool, though.
Marcus, my favorite Led Zeppelin song is the Rain song.
Thank you, Frame Rate. I appreciate that, man. To be perfectly honest, I have not seen a trailer for it. It's with Disney. I don't trust Disney. And I didn't realize it's already coming out like a week and a half, 26th or something.
Yeah.
We'll see when it comes out. I mean, I really feel nothing one way or the other. I'm just very indifferent. I guess I'm just, as of right now, so tired of superhero movies, comic book movies. And like I said, I haven't even seen the trailer. That's how little interested. I would love to be surprised. I will admit I'm one of the few that liked the fourth Beverly Hills Cop film. And that was nice. I was surprised by it. It has its issues. Judge Rhino should have been in it a lot more. That's one of my big issues. But I liked it for what it was, and I thought it was respectful compared to other sequels. So if it surprises me, Deadpool 3, cool. If not, then, oh well, it's another shitty movie in a shitty year. Par for the course. So is the A don't affect my life, but I guess we'll see what it comes out and what happens. So fuck it.
I don't care, to be honest. I'm so done. I've had enough. Just let it go away for a while. Just like the other night, I was breaking down like phase 5 and 6. I'm like, these movies are not going to make any money. I said, Captain America Brave New World is apparently the most expensive movie ever. I said, it's not going to make $1 billion. It
Really?
might break, yeah, it might break even, but even then, it's not going to make a profit.
How much is it costing?
It cost over $300 million apparently because they had to reshoot the whole movie because they got scared because they probably the first cut or whatever had all the stupid woke shit in it, and then they reshot I think pretty much the entire movie.
It's not going to make that much in the U.S.
No.
Let alone.
Yeah, because it says here that they shot it last year. It was shot from March to June of last year. And then they had a different, a new writer come in. Yeah, they had a new writer come in December to do reshoots, which ended in May. So they reshot the entire movie. And apparently it's cost over $300 million. It's not going to make that in America. I would doubt it.
No, I won't.
Because of all the stupid shit and everything that they keep putting in all these movies. And when are they going to learn? When are they going to fucking learn?
They have themselves to blame. They only have themselves to blame.
Yeah, exactly. So they canceled. So Falcon and the Winter Soldier got canceled. So instead of doing that, they did a movie. You know, shouldn't that have told you guys something right there that maybe people don't want to see this? RoboCop versus the Terminator is an awesome game.
Yeah, I played that for Super Nintendo. I remember having fun with it. Never played the Genesis one. I know that's more violent, has blood in it, but I like the Super Nintendo one.
Which is, well, no, that makes sense because Nintendo at the time had a no blood policy, which that worked out so well for them. And then Mortal Kombat 2 comes out. Oh, well, no, we'll have the blood in it because we want money. So, okay.
And Jillian, I don't think I could think of a best directed DVD Bruce Willis film. I can't think of any of his directed video that I liked. Honestly, I hate to say it. That went direct to video.
I don't think any of them were particularly good.
Yeah, I don't think there is a good one.
Well,
I
Jesse,
like Death Wish, but I went in theaters.
You lucked out, Jesse. You could not pay me to go see Corey Feldman.
Nah, you couldn't pay me either.
Yeah,
Toby, you work. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, DV, Golden Compass was the last New Line Cinema film because it bombed so badly that they had to sell the studio off.
Toby, you worked a mile away from where the shooting. Oh, well, hopefully, well, glad you're safe.
Yeah, thank God.
Sure, must have been weird. What are Fabio's thoughts on Shannon Doherty? Ask him.
I can read. I'm just trying to read through the comments. I mean, I
Yeah.
always liked her. I liked her work as an actress. Personally, I don't know. Again, I wasn't there. I don't know what was said. I don't know who said what. I know she. I think she got more famous for that than her acting ability. But I always liked her. I love Mallrats. Heather's is another good one. So I thought she was a good actress. But again, like I said, I think she became more known for her antics. I'll say that. I'll be nice and say antics.
Oh, sorry, I misread. Fabio said his friend met Shannon Doherty.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah. She did. She did.
Did she mention how if it was a decent, like everything went well, or
Yeah, she
just little
said she was
details?
fine. She said she was really nice, and she got to talk to her for a minute. They didn't push people through and everything like that. So I'm glad that she was able to do that because she's a huge 90210 fan. So that's the theme of the show was the 90210 people. So I'm glad that she was able to do that.
Hmm, that's good.
Hey,
Not bro, I haven't seen one. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I heard Darkness of Man was terrible, which again I'm not in a rush to see it.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Haven't seen it. Have been requested it, so and have not seen it. And bro, I have not seen Once Upon a Time in Venice, so I can't say anything about that. And no, I have not seen Long Legs. People are hyping it up. Good for them. I don't care. I haven't seen it.
Yes, Silver Wings. Genesis does what Nintendo don't. I had to explain what that meant the other day.
They didn't watch a lot of those commercials back in the day, or
No,
they're
it's
just too young.
one of the kids I worked with. I had to explain like what that meant because all he knows is Xbox. I'm like, oh, okay. And I had to explain Nintendo does what or Genesis does what Nintendo don't.
Well, Go Lakers, even Feldman himself don't understand the music he does. So it's not just that he doesn't understand. He can't sing for shit.
Nope. Well, JoJo, he charges it because the one Monster Mania was it? I think it was last year. He was at one of the Monster Manias last year, and he was charging an arm and a leg for an autograph. I'm like, no, I'm good. And I don't know why, but so many people always ask me, they're like, would you ever want to meet Corey Feldman? I'm like, no, I'm good. You couldn't pay me to meet Corey Feldman.
Mm. Yeah, he just seems like
He's a
a
douche.
perfectly said.
Like I forget who it was, but it was one of the suit actors from Ninja Turtles from the movies. At the premiere, he was trying to go say hi to Corey Feldman because they did not meet, obviously, when they were filming because the voice actors didn't hang out and stuff like that. He just wanted to go shake his hand and meet him. And he blew him off and he was doing an interview and he was like, yeah, don't do drugs. Don't do this. And he goes, is this guy fucking serious right now? He's telling people don't do drugs and he's high right now. I forget which. It might have been it wasn't Ernie Reyes. It was one of the other actors. But he just wanted to go say hi to him and shake his hand, and he blew him off. And yeah, and then he said he was doing an interview with a local TV station or something, and it was like, yeah, don't do drugs. Drugs are bad, kids. And he's like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Jesus.
I love it. Gotta love it. Yeah, JoJo. All this kid talks about is Xbox and this girl that works there that he's trying to bang, and I'm like, why the fuck are you telling me it? I don't care about this. Leave me alone.
Not Dr. Phil. Stop telling me about your sex life.
Right. I'm not right. I don't give a shit what these little fucking kids are doing, and I don't care. I said, do you understand I'm a 32-year-old man? I have no interest in what you're talking about right now. I just want to come here, do what I have to do, and go to fuck home and get paid. That's all I care about. I don't care who you're trying to bang and everything. Nothing has nothing to do with me, and leave me alone. And most importantly, wash your ass.
Yes, sir. Always wash your ass.
Always wash your ass. I forgot who said that. There was an episode of MTV Cribs, and I don't remember who it was. For the life of me, I cannot remember who it was. But they were showing the bathroom, and he goes, "Whatever you do, make sure you always wash your ass." And that just stuck out with me. I don't know why, but it did.
DV's music and gaming. Nope, I have not seen Bad Boys 4. Have been requested it. Not really interested as of right now, unless it's a request, but haven't seen it. So don't know what else to say about it. Haven't seen it.
DV, it was not Robbie Risk. Robbie Risk was one of the other voice actors. It was one of the suit actors. I don't remember which guy it was, but it was not Ernie Reyes Jr., which would make sense because Ernie Reyes Jr. was in the suit for Donatello, and Corey Feldman did the voice, but whatever.
And Jillian, I would say I prefer. He's asking, which do you like more, Live Free or Die Hard or Red? I like both. I would say Die Hard 4. Mm-hmm. I like the action sequences a bit more. I thought it was the last good Die Hard film. I would say Live Free or Die Hard, although I do like Red.
Yeah, I agree. I like both, but I like Die Hard 4 more. A CG AI version of Jackie Chan's Police Story? No. In Mortal Kombat? Fuck no.
No.
Yeah, well, JoJo, I don't want to know about anybody's private affairs, especially at work, though. I don't care what these people are doing. I don't want to know. I got more important things to worry about.
All right, Toby, I'll check it out after the stream. Thank you, man. I'll check it out after the stream.
Clue or Clueless? Which is better? What about Get a Clue?
I'd probably say, for me, Clue. Tim Curry's really good cast. And that's a tougher subject because it's like, how do you make a movie based on a card game? But they did it, and they did it in a pretty clever way. And the multiple endings, very original. I mean, there's not a whole lot that has, well, Wayne's World has it. But there's not a whole lot of comedies or movies in general that have multiple endings within the same movie. So that was at least unique.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd say Clue. I love Clue, but yeah, I mean, if they were to try to do that today with like multiple endings, they'd screw it up. It would be stupid. Cause they on the I don't know why it's not on the Blu-ray, but it's only on the DVD of Joyride where you can pick the ending that you want to watch. I don't know why they didn't put that on the Blu-ray, which is why I still have the DVD.
Absolutely, and I actually like the 40-minute alternate ending more. With it's like Jaws within the cornfield. I actually prefer that over the theatrical. Although I do like the theatrical, but I don't know why they didn't put that on the Blu-ray. They have the room.
That never made any sense to me. Which is again why I still have the DVD, because you can only watch that on the DVD version.
Frame by frame, you don't make me mad. Not you, but well, all I can say about this Destiny guy is he can eat a dick.
He can eat all the dick.
It shows what kind of person. It shows what kind of person he is. I mean, in all honesty, I don't have to say anything because that statement shows what kind of a person he is, which is a much of one. He's a dirt in the wind. He's a stain on an ass. He's dog shit on the driveway. that could be stomped on or squished on or burnt up or blown up, Clint Eastwood style. I forget what movie that was. He said that.
Sudden
One of the
Impact.
Dirty Harry films. There you go. He knows what I was talking about.
Mhm.
But yeah, it shows what kind of person he is. I mean, a firefighter that helped people and did their job to help people, saved his family, which I'm sure this Destiny guy would never do. He probably do nothing. He wouldn't be a hero. He wouldn't be a good, decent person. He had the heart the size of a fart in my wind, the one that would blow back in his face so he could be sucked into a fan and be smaller pieces than the dirt on between my toes. Fuck him. Fuck his idiot face, his idiotic mind, and his shithole soul. How about them apples? Fuck
That's
him.
right. Because one day he's going to die and nobody's going to care. And then I'll laugh.
I'm laughing now.
Exactly. That's what I love about all these little fucking idiots on the internet. One day they're all going to die and not one person's going to be sad.
I
Yeah,
don't know
just
who Destiny is, but he probably is a cook.
probably. Disturbing Behavior basically had a whole movie that was cut out because it was a much bigger movie and they just cut everything out of it because they wanted it to be more of a horror movie. I mean, I guess it is a horror movie, but they wanted it more like, I guess, like The Faculty, because that had just come out or that was about to come out, but it was more like a thriller. It was more like a science fiction movie, and they cut everything out of it and turned it. I mean, I like it for what it is, but I would love to see that full cut. And they were actually going to put it on the DVD. I think they were done, or they were close to done, and then they pulled the plug on it.
Guess someone got cold feet or someone wanted too much money. I don't know.
Probably. Because the director said that they were, he said they were, I think they were doing color grading on it. It was pretty much done, and they were just putting the last touches on it, and then they pulled the plug. They said, we're not doing this now. It's like, okay, well, I guess we did all this work for nothing because now no one's going to be able to see it. But if you watch it on TV, it has, I think, all the footage put back in, but I can't find that version anywhere online.
Okay.
Action Limeade, I don't really know who Destiny is, nor do I care, but I especially don't care now. All these fucking internet people, Destiny and Boogie, whatever, these people aren't real. Like, these are just rubber people on the fucking internet that don't matter. So I don't know why people buy into all their bullshit. It's whatever.
And what was that one other guy, Dr. Disrespect or something?
Yeah, he's another one. He just got exposed as a pedophile or something. I don't care. Shoot him in the fucking head. That's what we should do to these people. So there you go. Michael,
sounds about right.
I reviewed Godzilla -1. I actually really, really enjoyed it, and it just got announced today for finally an American Blu-ray.
All right, cool.
I have not watched it yet.
And I know that wasn't meant for me, but I don't know what the video is, so I can't say anything about it.
He went to a convention and he did a video about the convention, and he mentioned me and said that he was inspired to make it because I do videos about conventions. And I was like, cool, I will check it out, but I just have not watched it yet. When I watch it, I will let you know.
Very cool. So let me ask you a quick question. What was your number one favorite convention that you went to? Whether it was because of the guest, whether it was because of the vendors, could you name your favorite convention you ever went to?
Yes, the first time I went to Chiller, which was that 22 or last year? Can't remember. I think it was last year. I think it was the spring 2023 show, because that was the show. It was a combination of everything. That was the show that had Mark Dacascos and Billy Zane I think Dean Cain was there. The guest list was stacked, and I met a couple people there that come on the streams and everything. We talked and took pictures and stuff, and then the vendors were really, really good. So it was a combination of everything. But that was my favorite show that I've ever gone to. And the lines were so easy; you didn't have to wait in line long, and the prices were good. So yeah, that was my favorite show. Let me see if I can find when that was.
Sure.
I think it was last year. I think it was the spring show from last year. Because I've only gone to Chiller 3 times. Yeah, I think only 3 times. Yeah, I went spring this year. I'm looking at those pictures right now. I went. Yeah, it was the spring last. Okay, so it was spring 2023. I'm looking at them right now. Yeah, it was Mark Dacascos, Billy Zane. It was the London Twins. The guys from the Blues Brothers were there. Michael Biehn was there. The Sopranos people. Yeah, that was my favorite show because everything was perfect at that show. There was great guests. The prices were good. It was in and out. You didn't have to worry. There was good vendors. I got to meet some people from here, so that was cool.
So that's where you also met Michael Biehn, or did you have a?
Yes, I met him there.
Okay, cool. Cool, that one. Wow, that is a stat show. Martha Costas, Michael Biehn, Dean Cain. No wonder.
No, Dean Cain was at the previous show. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Billy Zane, bunch of people. And it was in and out. It was quick. I'm like, good. This is how all these shows should be.
Hey there, General Obvious. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for joining. Favorite adaptations of zombies in movies, a Tenchi fan? The original Day of the Dead has some very good-looking zombies by Tom Savini. I would say that's definitely up there. Return of the Living Dead, the Tar Man, that's definitely a really good creation, to name a couple. Do you have any favorite zombie, either makeup or aesthetic look in
Dawn
movies?
of the Dead, the original Dawn of the Dead, the original Day of the Dead, the Tom Savini remake from 1990, which I actually like more than the original Night of the Living Dead. Sue me.
No, I agree.
Return of the Living Dead 1 and 2. You know what? Fuck it, Thriller, the Thriller music video, because that was Rob Bottin, so can't complain about that.
Mm-mm.
Well, thank you, DVB. Appreciate the kind words, but again, these morons that all they're famous for is, I made a video on the internet once and people like it, and now I'm a superstar. It's like, okay, shut up. No, you're not. Like, it was like Boogie. I had to sit through that documentary, and this dude's in a fucking job interview, and he's like, "Well, I'm one of the original YouTubers," and the lady doing the interview is like, "Yeah, nobody gives a shit because you're not going to get a job if you keep telling people that." And then apparently he did porn, which I don't know why anybody needed to know that. But
apparently, recently, I only know this because I was going through YouTube and the stuff pops up.
Right.
He faked having cancer.
Yeah, I did see about that, which doesn't surprise me, but
That just... How does anybody like you after that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Go figure.
The worst movie or the worst year for movies throughout the last 5 years 2022 was pretty bad because that was fucking Halloween Kills or Halloween Ends, whatever. One of those. They slashed them. 2022 had some really bad movies.
That's tough for me because for me this year so far, honestly, because like okay, 2022, I can at least say I liked Day Shift, I liked Bullet Train. I really enjoy them. I liked Beavis and Butthead doing Universe. That Chippendale Rescue Rangers movie I liked. This year there's a couple I liked, but not as much. And then I've seen more, like Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire, Furiosa, fucking Sasquatch Sunset, which was fucking garbage. The American Society of Magical Negroes, which was dumb as shit.
Because that needed to be made.
Night Swim, about a killer swimming pool. So yeah, I would say for me this year so far, a couple I've liked, but not a whole lot.
Well,
And Josh, I do like
you had fucking Avatar, The Way of Water, Black Panther 2, Doctor Strange, Jurassic World Dominion, Thor Love and Thunder, The 355, which was a huge flop. Thank God. You had The Commando with Michael Jai White. That looks awful. Scream 5. Don't even get me started on that. I just reviewed it in case anybody wants to know. I'm just looking at the list here. Black Light with Liam Neeson. That was lame. That's the one where he has amnesia or not amnesia. He has dementia, I think. Is that the one or there's the other one? I get them all confused. Maybe I have dementia. I don't know. The Uncharted movie, that sucked.
He needs to do where he has Tourette's.
Right, yeah. Texas Chainsaw 2022, that was fucking awful. Turning Red, that was terrible. X, I'm going to give it to you. The Black Cheaper by the Dozen. Right? Wasn't it all black? Yeah, whatever it was. Morbius, one of the worst movies ever made. The Northman, that was lame. I had to sit through that.
Agreed.
Trying to see the Firestarter remake because we needed that. Sneakerella, we had to watch that. That was terrible.
I forgot about that movie.
Yeah, it was so good that we remember it 2 years later. The the Father of the Bride remake because we needed that. Lightyear because we needed that. Yeah, Thor Love and Thunder already mentioned. I am not on cocaine. My nose itches. Maybe I should be on cocaine. I don't know. Rise of the Ninja Turtles. Yeah, Rise of the Ninja Turtles. That was fucking terrible. The animated one with the fat Donatello. Prey was fucking terrible. Yeah, Bodies was awful. So yeah, and then Halloween fucking ends. Orphan First Kill. Samaritan was so disappointing with Stallone. Yeah. Clerks fucking 3. Pinocchio with Tom Hanks because we needed that. Pearl because X and Pearl came out the same year for whatever reason. Jeepers Creepers Reborn. Section 8 with Dolph. That was awful. The Munsters came out that year. Smile came out that year. Bros, Hocus Pocus 2. Terrifier 2, which just came out on VHS for some fucking reason. Amsterdam, that movie was god awful. The
What was that
Hellraiser,
movie?
that was the one with Christian Bale and Margot Robbie, and it takes place like
Oh,
in the 40s or whatever it is.
okay, yeah.
30s. And that movie was awful. And they were hoping it was going to be this big movie, and it wasn't. The Hellraiser remake, that sucked.
Jesus.
Yeah,
A
Black
lot of
Adam.
fucking movies.
Yeah, Black Adam was so great that it flopped, and The Rock had a fucking meltdown on Twitter about it.
Well, poor baby to him.
I know.
You know, he only has a couple $100 million. He needs the other
Right.
$100
He needs,
million.
another $300 million per movie or whatever. Anyway, that's enough.
But real quickly, hey there, John, the Zero Cool. Hope you're doing well, my friend. And DV, you don't need to know what Secretella is. You'll be better for it.
You're better off not knowing.
And your favorite movie from the year you were born? I was born in 1983, so for me it'd be Uncommon Valor, because I love that movie. To me, one of the most underrated films ever, in my opinion. Gene Hackman, Patrick Swayze, Tim Thomerson, Reb Brown, Fred Ward, Randall Test Cobb, criminally underrated. So for me, Uncommon Valor, 1983. How about you? Favorite movie from the year you were born?
I was born in 92, probably Rapid Fire with Brandon Lee.
Good choice.
Just Brandon Lee kicking ass for an hour and a half, and it's all real, it's all practical. They don't make movies like that anymore for whatever reason. Well, JoJo, I don't think it's the C to the O to the V to the I to the D. I think it's because people just got fed up with movies, and they're tired of 117 superhero movies in a month and remakes and sequels. People are just tired. They don't want to watch this shit anymore.
And Josh, I love 80s synthesizer. I just watched Fletch again the other day for Request. That's a great score by Harold Faltermeyer. Yeah, 80s synthesizer works especially well when used well, like any other thing. So, yeah, love it.
I'll have a Bloody Mary and a steak sandwich and a steak sandwich.
You using a whole fist, Doc?
That's right.
You ever been to prison?
What's your name? John. John what? John Coctosin. Never gets
Yeah,
old.
I pulled over earlier. I'll pull over later.
Never gets old. The worst quote from a movie, it's good to be, it's bad to be back, from one of those fucking shitty Escape Plan sequels. Stallone, that doesn't make any sense.
Escape Plan 2.
This is coming from the guy that wrote Live for Nothing or Die for Something, or You're a Disease and I'm a Cure, and now we have It's Bad to Be Back. What happened? You could have just said nothing. That would have been better if you would have just walked out after whatever happened, and that would have been, fine.
It's hard for me to think of a worse for a movie because there's been so many. The one that popped was from a video game. It was a guy that's like, he knows where someone's going, but he words it, he's going there, and then he'll be there.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Or Mortal Kombat Annihilation, it's not the line, it's the delivery. It will be glorious, and I thought you were dead. No, but you will be what? Whatever the fucking line is. Oh well. Yeah, The Rock, because Black Adam didn't make any money, he like flipped out on Twitter and he cried and yelled. It was like, no, it did make money. You guys don't know what you're talking about. It's like, shut up, Dwayne. Now, look, he became the guy that he would make fun of on wrestling back in the day. He became Kevin Kelly. Yes, Jesse, Uncommon Valor is directed by Ted Kochev, who did First Blood the year before.
And Weekend at Bernie's.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny, 180. First Blood, the Weekend at
Hey,
Bernie's.
well,
That's pretty cool.
There's a reason why they hired the guy.
Whatever happened to him? Did he do? He must have done films in the 90s, but I can't think of them.
He did, but I think they were mostly like made for TV, because I know he did the first Family of Cops movies that Charles Bronson did.
Okay.
Yeah, I know he directed that. I think he just kind of switched and just started doing more television stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what it says here. In the 90s, he returned to directing TV shows. That's cool.
Okay.
He did Hidden Assassin, the Dolph Lundgren movie, which wasn't that good.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, he just, I guess, downsized.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the last film he directed was in 1997, which was made for TV. And then he's done a lot of TV show work and producing and stuff like that. That's cool, you know, something different.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Without Steve playing too, I would not have discovered you guys. Well, then something good came out of it. So
I guess. Yeah, the soundtrack of Thief by Tangerine Dream is amazing.
Very good. Always enjoyed synthesizer. Always enjoyed Tangerine Dream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think me and you were probably the only people that reviewed the Escape Plan sequels.
Well, yes, someone had to do it. Well, Michael, I mean, I'm just going to be honest. Well, I mean, if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. So, cool. Glad you liked the review.
It's as simple as that. Fucked up. Well, I mean, fuck WWE. It's gotten so fucking stupid.
I don't keep up with it, so I don't know anything that's going on.
I gave up about 15 years ago. I said, all right, I'm done. I'm tired of fucking Super Cena and all this other shit. I don't care anymore.
Frame by frame, I answered you that like an hour ago.
I think less than that.
Well, yeah, less than that. Like half an hour ago.
All right. I got to get a drink. I'm thirsty.
No problem, man. Feel free.
All right.
But yeah, frame by frame, I answered the Deadpool 3 thing like 30 minutes ago when you sent in the super chat, man. Favorite Twisted Metal? Twisted Metal 2 would be my favorite. Twisters, I would only see if it was a paid request. Lawn Lades, I have no interest. I know there's a downbeat ending. I'm not really into that stuff. I don't like downbeat endings. If it was a request, sure, but that's the only way I would see it. Yeah, I really enjoyed Axel Foley. I thought that was a nice surprise. Oh, thank you, Tudira. What if The Rock has two big brothers named the Boulder and the Meteor? I don't know. He could have a third one called the Ass Eater, in case he can eat my ass. The Rock. How about the Croc, as in crock of shit? That's his. That could be the third brother. You call him a crock of shit every day and twice on Tuesday because he's been full of shit. So there you go.
Brother should have smelled what the Rock was baking.
My favorite dream car? I don't know about a favorite dream car. I mean, I love the car in Cobra, the Mercury. Love that car. I don't really have a dream car, but I love that car. Beautiful looking car. I forget it was 1950. I forget what year it was, but I think it's a Mercury. Which I know was gone for a while, but I guess like I think Stallone got it back eventually.
One of the ones they used is at Planet Hollywood in New York City.
Ah,
Because when I was there, I
yeah,
saw it. I was like, "Oh, that's
okay.
cool."
It sounds bad. I didn't even know Planet Hollywood was a thing. For some reason, I thought they were went
No,
under.
it's still a thing.
Okay.
They also have one of the Judge Dredd suits there, and then they had the TV prop from Dream Warriors, the Freddy TV.
Oh, okay.
They had that there as well, which was cool.
That's probably expensive to eat at, though.
Oh, it was
Way too expensive.
when was the last time I was there? The last time I was in New York. Well, the last time I went in there was like 2009, 2008, and then it was expensive. And this was 15, 16 years ago.
Oh man.
I can't imagine what the prices are like now. Your Texas Chainsaw 3D rant was awesome.
Whose?
Yours.
Well, mine. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for the
That's
kind
what
words.
the DV said that, but yeah, I agree. That was awesome.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you to both of you. Thanks. And thank you, DV. Yes, we're doing well here. Things are slowly but surely getting back on track. So, and best wishes to people in Houston. I know some of them still don't have power. I know there's a big thing where I think it's Center Point Energy. I saw in the news like someone pointed a gun at a worker because their tensions are rising. Because there's like at one point there's like 500,000 not having power, and it's like, well, we won't get power till next week, which would be starting now. And like that's how I mean, like back in like, people go wild, man. People go wild when they're back against the wall, and they'll do some crazy things. Human nature can be an unpredictable beast, and yeah, that was the last time. Is like there was a center point worker, and someone pulled a gun, like, you know, how come we don't have power yet, and this and that, and it's like, to be fair, they didn't control that. I mean, I understand being mad and upset. I perfectly understand, but you know, you can't be pulling guns on people. It's not going to make the situation better.
Nope.
It's only going to make it worse.
Frame by frame, you sent me a request for that TV show like 3 years ago when it first came on. I know they did another season. Why? I don't fucking know why, but they did. Because nobody watched the first one.
Frame by frame, yeah, you said, yeah, you only sent it to me. Because I even asked, do you want Fabio involved? It's like, no, that's just to you. So that's I did it. So maybe you got confused. He sent it to me.
Okay.
So
Well,
he was able to save you. He saved your sanity from watching fucking them again.
The little that I have left.
Well, I have less.
My favorite movie starring The Rock would be The Rundown.
The same. The same.
What's up?
Nah, never been to G Fest. Never been to a convention at all, but including G Fest. Of course, for me, at first I thought G was like a adult film award. Fight the G.
That's what is it? The porn awards?
Yeah, that's a different one. That's the one I'd rather go to than the G Fest, but
they have those. They have the porn conventions.
Yep.
I don't know why, but they do. Well, Jenna Jameson was at New Jersey Horror Con last year. That was odd. Because I know she was in like the 2000 or the what was that movie 2000 Maniacs or whatever that Robert Englund was in, the remake.
Oh yeah,
I know she was in that, and she was in Zombies versus Strippers or whatever. But she was there. I don't know why, but and she looks awful. She looks terrible. I wonder why. she has more plastic than you can in her body than you can see behind me here. And
thank you, Mr. Demon. Yeah, 2001 Maniacs. Yep, that was the film.
same thing. And then there were kids that were like going to talk to her, and that bothered me. That's just me.
Oh, I. For those who've seen the trailer of this, how fucking awful Gladiator 2 looks, and just like why?
I didn't
Like
even
why?
watch it.
If you're going to advertise a movie about gladiators, why do you use a rap song? And it's the same song used in the trailer for Denzel's Safe House.
Which was such a great movie that people remember it.
It's like it's the same song used, and it's like, what does this have to do with gladiators? Rap, because that's what I think of. And Ridley Scott doesn't succeed with historical epics. Kingdom of Heaven, Exodus, Gods and Kings, The Last Duel, Napoleon. He directed all those.
That Christopher Columbus movie.
Yeah, was it they did 1492?
Yes.
Other than Gladiator, everything else didn't do well. That was historical, and they keep giving him $300 million. Because I think that's cost $300 million as well.
Why?
I don't know. It's gonna flop. Those films don't make money. I can't remember the last historical film that made money. If anyone in the chat knows, feel free to type it. First Gladiator, I know, won an Oscar, made money, but that was 2000. It's 24 years ago. I don't know what the last. Oh yeah, he also did Robin Hood or Russell Crowe. There's another one that bombed. So, like half of his career is making historical epics that bombed, but they don't learn.
And then he
You
complains.
mentioned 14. Yeah, you mentioned 1492. In The Last Duel, Robin Hood, Napoleon, Exodus, Gods and Kings, Kingdom of Heaven. How many fucking more do you need?
It's never enough.
And the sequel that no one asked for.
Right, I'm trying to see if it'll show you like how much the movie's made on his not on his it's not on his Wikipedia, but I'm just looking at. Yeah, Napoleon didn't do that well. House of Gucci didn't do that well. The Last Duel didn't do well. Then he complained about it. All the Money in the World didn't do well because no one watched it. The only thing that people remember about that was that Kevin Spacey got fired, and then Michelle Williams bitched that she didn't make enough money on it. Nobody cared about Alien Covenant. I like The Martian. That was good.
Yeah, I like that too.
Exodus, God and Kings didn't do well. The Counselor, I don't even know what the fuck this is. Prometheus sucked. Body of Lies, nobody remembers that movie. So yeah, that's the last movie that he did that was like a big hit was probably Black Hawk Down. Unless we're probably the Alien films, but that's it.
Yeah.
Whatever. Texas Chainsaw ranking 2, 1, 3, and 4 out of the originals, and then after that, I haven't seen any of them.
For me, 1, 2, 3, 4.
There you go.
No, I did not see a 3.5 hour version of Kingdom of Heaven. No thanks. I'm good.
He did the he for the DVD. He did like the 3.5 hour director's cut that nobody wanted to watch. Thanks, frame by frame. Now I have to suffer through that.
Good luck.
Well, Safe House. I think I fell asleep. I think I saw that once and fell asleep. It was that good that I fell asleep watching it.
If I'm being Safe House, it was okay, but mediocre. I would call it mediocre. There's been worse. There's been a lot better. Especially like Virtuosity. Other films a lot better. Denzel films. Man on Fire, Deja Vu.
I think American Gangster did okay. I don't think it blew the box office up. I like the movie. I mean, do I think it's an amazing, fantastic movie? No, but I think it's a good movie. Well, it's funny that you mentioned Leprechaun DV because somebody just found the work print of Leprechaun. And then someone just found the work print of Return of the Living Dead 3.
Oh, I did hear about that, yeah. I heard though it's like just little teeny pieces, nothing substantial.
Mm-hmm.
It's still interesting.
Yeah, it's still cool that it's out there. But again, I'm not on cocaine. My nose itches. Maybe I should be on cocaine.
Thank you, Tajera.
No,
well,
always
I mean,
wash your hands.
I'd be rich because if a chicken can tell me to do that, I could tell it to do a lot of things. And I'm like, go make me some money. So you want to keep yapping and talking, make me some money, bitch. I bet you be like that frog in that cartoon, singing and dancing. Don't make me some money, bitch. Stop clucking, did nothing for it.
That's right.
Just chicken feed shit. Ain't no chicken feed around here. Want some money.
So American Gangster cost $100 million and it made 266 worldwide. It made 133, or it made 130 here in America. So I guess it was a minor success because it cost so much. And then overseas, it did 136 million. So I guess it broke even if you take in marketing and stuff.
Well, DV, I would say Ridley Scott's made more bigger flops than Rennie Harlan. I mean, Rennie Harlan did Cut Through Island, but Ridley's done a lot of big flops. If you don't give him crap about it, they just give Rennie Harlan crap about it.
The only big flop that Rennie Harlan did, I guess, would just be Cutthroat Island. Because Long Kiss Goodnight, it didn't do that well, but I think it made what it cost. So at least they broke even on it. Now I'm curious. Well, no, he would have to. Ridley Scott would have to because he's directed more movies.
Yeah.
Let's see. Elm Street 4 was successful. Ford Fairlane broke even because that's only because they pulled it because they got scared. Because it was only in theaters. It was only in theaters for I think he said it was a week. Andrew Dice Clay said it was only in theaters for a week.
Here's the thing, Josh Pritt. Carrico was already destroyed before Cutthroat Island came out.
True.
Because before they were already in dire straits because they spent too much money doing stupid stuff like giving stars fighter jets, whatever the hell they were doing as presents.
Yeah,
And you can't be spending that much money.
They gave Arnold a plane
Yeah.
on top of, I think, for Terminator 2. Excuse me. Arnold got like 12 million up front, and then he got a plane, and then him and Stallone had favored nation. So whatever Stallone got, Arnold had to get, and vice versa.
So they both got planes.
I don't know about that, but I'm sure. But yeah, when you're paying people ridiculous amounts of money, that all adds up. You can't be giving everybody $12 million a movie. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, Die Hard 2 was a big hit. Die Hard 2 actually made more money than the first.
Mm-hmm.
Long Kiss Goodnight made money. Yeah, Long Kiss Goodnight made in America. It flopped, but overseas it did better. So collectively, it actually did well. Deep Blue Sea made money.
Of course, Cliffhanger made money.
Right. Driven did not, but Driven sucks.
Yeah.
Mindhunters did not because they only did a limited release. But still a good movie. I like Mindhunters. Exorcist.
It's a shame that didn't get much of a release. Just like you said, that is a pretty good film, Mindhunters. So I don't know why they wouldn't take a chance on that film.
Exorcist, the beginning flop, but that's because it sucks. The Covenant. But then again, I mean, if you look at the budgets of these movies, yeah, they flopped, but compared to, the money that Ridley Scott's movies have, they're bigger flops because they cost a lot more.
Exactly.
Yeah, so most of most of Rennie Harlin's movies were not that expensive. Yeah, they were still flops, but they weren't $200-300 million movies each movie.
Mindhunters, I mean, it felt like it went straight to video. Maybe at best they put in a couple theaters, maybe, but
Yeah,
mostly
it had a limited release.
Yeah. But very, very few would have been able to see it in theaters. So most would have been seeing it on DVD, like I did.
Yeah, Cutthroat Island killed Gina Davis's career because it cost so much and it didn't make anything. But again, Carrico was already dead in the water, pun intended, because they spent more than they made. Again, when you're giving people $14 million a movie, that adds up. It's just like, why ECW went out of business. You can't pay everybody $5,000 a week. Not everybody. You cannot do that. It adds up.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Samuel Unstoppable made money, and that was Tony Scott's last film. Mm-hmm. It was a good film too with Denzel, and that made some money. So there's that. Not every single one. I don't think the one with the female bounty hunter,
Domino.
Yeah, I don't think that made money.
That movie sucked. That's why.
Yeah.
Man on Fire.
I don't like that one, but yeah, Man on Fire made money. Taken Pelham 1, 2, 3, I think did pretty decent. And yeah, Unstoppable made money. So Tony Scott was doing well. It just sadly had other issues going on with his mind, among other stuff. So
well, and he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer as well.
Yeah.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm. Beetlejuice 2 is going to suck. You're not wrong. I don't even know when it's coming out, but you're not wrong.
Oh, he was misdiagnosed. Okay.
Man.
That's what I'm reading it here because they said the autopsy revealed that there were no signs of cancer in his body. So he was misdiagnosed.
Yes, Tatium Pill 123 was a remake of a film starring Walter Matthau and Robert Shaw from back to the day in the 70s. Which I like both. I thought both were good.
Yep, I like both as well.
Beetlejuice 2.
Well, it's not that it's fuck Beetlejuice. It's not that Gina Davis's leading woman career was over after that. What was other than The Long Kiss Goodnight? What was another movie that she starred in after Cutthroat Island? None, because she couldn't lead a movie. It's just that back in the day, that's what happened. If your movies didn't make money, you didn't get any work. Today, I don't know why they forgot about that rule, but yet here we are. I just,
Yeah, yes.
They lower the standard so much. It's just because I'm sure Zendaya is going to star in 5 more movies, and all her movies flop that she stars in.
By the way, good job to Fabio on your rant on Scream 5 and 6. I did see those. Now that you saw those films. How stupid it was how not just Dewey died, but how he died.
It was so fucking dumb. I'm watching
to walk right up to the killer and like stand right above the killer and then like
answer your fucking cell phone.
Yeah. You think he would know better.
Nope.
They just wrote him really, really stupid.
Nope. And it was like he gets the kids in the elevator and he loads up the gun like he's Clint Eastwood or something, and then he just gets, taken out like that. And then the killer had a stupid line like, "Oh, it was a pleasure," or whatever. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. Who the fuck wrote this?
And the fact that really was like an 80-pound girl that did it too.
Right. That was in no way would be able to do that. See, that's fucking. That's why I hate this shit. All collectively, both of those movies were awful. I don't even like Scream 3, but I would rather watch Scream 3 on repeat than have to sit through those two again.
Yeah, Radio Silence wrote them as well as directed them. That's true.
AI.
Good.
AI wrote them.
Thank you, Tadira.
Another
Sabrina, Sabrina, and Fabio will play Harvey. I'm a troll. The bench guy. I don't know who the bench guy is. I've never seen a troll anime film. I'll be on a bench and sleep. As long as I got Mellow Yellow, I'll be on the bench and sleep. I'll do that.
Troll toll.
I'll do that. I'll be on the bench and curse at him. Fucking do better. What are you doing? Get that. Fuck you, troll. Get your dick out of his mouth. Get the fuck back to work. What are you doing? Get your head out of your ass. God damn it. Fucking trolls. Stop fucking each other under the bridge.
That's right.
Thank you, Tajir. I appreciate it.
Fucking Scream 5 and 6.
And then Scream 7, which you mentioned in your rant about them making it.
Is Nev Campbell going to have telekinesis in this one?
She'll be a fire starter.
And she was barely in Scream 5. I don't know what the fuck she was complaining about then. And
I
she
mean,
was like,
she's not really doing.
pushing the baby carriage, but you never got to see the baby. It's like, okay, whatever.
Maybe
No,
the
Gary,
baby had the mask.
fuck Scream 5 and 6. Fuck them both. They both sucked. They were both fucking terrible.
You didn't
But they
see
made
it
money.
because that's going to be revealed in Scream 7, where it's going to be flashback and the baby has a mask. And then
Oh,
that'll be this killer in Scream 7. And she planned this all along like Jigsaw.
right.
It was her, Austin. It was her all along, and her baby's doing it.
It was
It's
me
alive, the Scream
the
edition.
entire time.
It's like it's alive. The baby's the killer. And he's got the mask and he's got his diaper, and he pulls the knife out of his diaper
So
and starts killing people.
Larry Cohen wrote the screenplay from the grave. It makes sense now.
They stole his idea.
I'd sue him. If I was Larry Cohen's family, I'd sue him. They were both awful. And then the killers in 5 are these two geeks that met on the internet. I'm like, this is so stupid. Where the fuck did they come up with this?
Is that the one or 6 where it's like trying to be like it's the fans? It's the fans who are the killers. It's the,
5 was like
5,
that.
okay.
And it's like, no,
it's trying to be this meta. Trying to be meta, like, oh, you fans are so toxic, you'll be killers if you don't get your way. So fucking insulting.
It was so stupid. And then, of course, you have this stereotypical black lesbian character, because we need that in every movie. This is so dumb. Who wrote this? Wes Craven's turning over in his fucking grave.
Jesse, I like both. I like both songs. I guess I would say Shakedown and Beverly Hills Cop 2, but The Heat Is On is good as well. And Beverly Hills Cop 1. Both good songs.
I like Shakedown, I think, a little bit more.
Yeah, same here.
Michael, we already have Thanksgiving horror movies. We have Blood Rage. And Home Sweet Home with Body by Jake.
Oh, God. Still stuck on VHS, thankfully, with a mime guy called Mistake.
I'm waiting for Vinegar Syndrome to put that out.
With the shit they released lately, I would not be surprised. They released a lot of shit lately.
They did. I did order Invasion USA because they had it on sale.
Cool.
But that was the only thing I bought. I don't need China O'Brien. I'm not paying $50 for China O'Brien 1 and 2. I'm good.
What about Navy SEALs?
I like Navy SEALs, but I ain't paying no $50 for it. You're out of your mind. I'll go on eBay and get it.
And of course, the big thing is Second Sight has the Hitcher, which is cool. Yes. That's coming out. The Hitcher.
Thank God. It's been worth it. It was worth the wait. I would rather them do it the right way than put it out and it's fucked up and then they got to fix it. It doesn't bother me when they do that. So, but
right.
Thank God it's finally coming out. And then we're just waiting on.
I think it's. Yeah. I think it's September. I think they said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So that'll be cool. You can pay $50 for Navy SEALs you run Ryan Target, but I ain't doing it. I don't even hate the film.
Me. But... If you want to do that, that's fine, but I'm not doing that. That's right, Tyler. You got to pay the troll toll to get in this boy's hole.
Hey there, Mike. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Enjoy your dinner at Sonic. I never ate at Sonic, honestly. Never eaten at Sonic.
That's right, Angel. TikTok is gay. Michael, I know what you meant, dude. I was just messing with you. I'm not big on Sonic.
You're not big on what?
I'm not big on Sonic for food.
Oh, okay.
Am I not close enough to the microphone? I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's my own ears.
No, you're good. Well, right on target again. I mean, $50 ain't much for me either, but I would rather spend $50 on something else than a 4K of Navy SEALs. I don't need Navy SEALs on 4K.
No, I don't know.
I'll wait till it's on sale. The Sonic Cell ring. Onion rings.
Thank you, Crease36. I'm doing well. Thank you for the kind words. Yep, things are step by step. So I can't complain.
Day by day, as Rambo says.
Exactly.
So you're sure you don't
Please
want you don't want Reptilicus?
What is Reptilicus?
Reptilicus? They're putting that out.
People, I mean, I know we all have different tastes, but there's some people that just buy every goddamn thing for some reason, just because, hey, here's something for the camera. Then I show this. I'm never going to watch it. I'm never going to open it, but I got to show it for my YouTube channel. I'm like, fuck
Look
no.
what I have. Look what I bought. Look at me. I'm cool. No, you're not. Nobody likes you.
It'd be one thing, like maybe you went somewhere and like maybe you found like a deal where there's a box and oh, what's in this? And would you have fun with it? But
yeah, that's different.
Paying $200 to get 10 movies you've never seen and are probably sucking dick. I don't understand that. That's just different ideology, however you want to put it, man. Teach their own.
The 90s tactical drip in Navy SEALs where they violate every fucking rule of firearms in that movie? Sure.
I forgot about that, yeah.
Mr. D-Man, I think they got Mellow Yellow. I think Sonic has Coke products. I haven't been there in forever, but I think they have Coke products.
Mm.
Yeah, Reptilicus.
What's in the box? My dick.
Right. Stick in a box. You sure you don't want Blood Cult on VHS for $50 from Vinegar Syndrome? I better get on that.
Good luck to them.
Yeah, I'm looking. The only ones that are intriguing is the China O'Brien set. That's pretty much it. I mean, all this other crap I don't care about. Lady Reporter, okay, yeah, because that's Cynthia Rothrock, but that's
you don't
it.
want the instructor with
no,
Bob?
I'm okay. No, I'm all right.
Where the fuck movie that is?
Maybe A Man Called Hero, because that's Hong Kong, so that's really the only stuff that interests me. I mean, Southern Comfort, yeah, but I'm not paying $50 for it.
No.
Great movie, but I'm not paying $50 for a fucking 4K. You're out of your mind.
Well, yeah, Freddie, they can use their money all they want. It's just I'm just making fun of the product they have.
They just do it like JoJo said. They're just doing it to get attention because look at me, I have attention. I have attention. Look, I'm on YouTube. I am cool. No, you're not. You're not. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying right on target, but as somebody that was in the military, Navy SEALs absolutely sucks for the realism because they break every fucking rule in the book. Like the scene when Joanna Wally Kilmer, they walk into the room and then they come in and they start shooting. What the fuck? No. That is a huge no. I get it. It's a movie, but I cringe when I watch it. It's just like in Die Hard 2 when he's talking about the Glock 7. It's a porcelain gun. I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind? Even when I was a kid, I'm like, this is dumb. There's no such thing. Stop.
God, now I need to see one day a commentary of you and Navy SEALs just breaking every scene down.
Yep. Nope. That's dumb. You don't do that.
That should be interesting to see. I may have to request that sometime. That'd be interesting to see.
There we go.
A guy who knows what he's talking about, breaking down that movie piece by piece. I may have to send that request sometime.
I mean, not that I was a Navy SEAL, but it's common
No,
sense.
but like, yeah.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah, there you go, Mike. I already have the original VHS of Blood Cult. There, good. Yeah, the Lion King prequel. Or is anybody excited for that?
No. What would you say is the most accurate military movie that you've seen?
Saving Private Ryan is close because that's, I mean, World War II tactics. Black Hawk Down is close. Movies like that, like Black Hawk Down, Saving Private Ryan. I'm trying to think what else. Most of them, no, but they're like movies like that are pretty close to being accurate of how you do tactics and how you move, and not you don't run into the room and shoot everybody because that's how people get killed, like in Navy SEALs. So that's why Dennis Haysbert's character gets killed, because they're stupid. But it's a movie. I understand. It's not supposed to be accurate.
Nah, Mike, I haven't heard of that channel, so haven't seen his videos. Sorry about that.
Well, Full Metal Jacket is pretty accurate for the experience in boot camp. I mean, other than Vincent D'Onofrio killing himself, but you know, that's because they told R. Lee Ermey, "We're not going to give you a script. You're just going to do your thing, and we're going to film it." Okay.
Do you think there would be people close to wanting to? Why? I guess it depends on their mental fortitude before they win. I would assume if they'd be close to doing that, or do you think
my experience
they would be? No. All right.
When I went, no.
Okay. Just they maybe shoot their own foot off or something.
Oh yeah, because they're idiots. But kill themselves, no. Yeah. There was plenty of that. Almost. There was plenty of that. You know, people almost shooting themselves in the foot and everything else, and doing stupid shit like that.
Yeah, you mentioned a few stories where you had to yell at them. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? You don't.
Yep.
What was the closest call you had with one of these idiots that you had that may have hurt or damaged you?
Well, the closest call that I had that potentially could have killed me was the fucking idiot that was always in my platoon when I got to the regular army. He was smoking a cigarette next to all the mortar shells in the vehicle. And I said, "What the fuck do you think you're doing?" He goes, "I'm smoking." I said, "Do you realize what's around you right now?" I said, "If you want to smoke, go over there." "Well, I don't want to get out of the vehicle." I'm like, "Well, then I'm going to punch you in the face because I'm not dying today."
That's literally out of a movie too, like a comedy, like Stripes.
And the squad leader's like, "Yeah, get the fuck out of here before we die." I said, "You realize you have an open flame next to explosives? You are stupid."
Yeah, and Darwin Award, exactly.
Not anything that I did, but I was near it. Somebody forgot to put the firing pin inside of the mortar tube. So the first thing that you hear is just and then it's misfire, misfire, misfire. So then I get out and I run as fast as I can, as far as I can, and then they realize, oh, we forgot to put the firing pin in. I'm like, you're fucking retarded. You're supposed to be in charge, and you didn't put the firing pin in. Your job is to start from the top of the weapon and go down and touch everything that needs to be there, and you didn't want to do that. Okay, you're dumb. Idiots. This is why I got out. My favorite war film, probably Saving Private Ryan. I love the way it was shot. I love the way that it looks. I love the sound mixed on it. Good actors, good story. It is not a true story, despite what people may think. The boot camp stuff in Jarhead was pretty close. Yeah, Tears from the Sun is pretty unrealistic. Just saying. But it's a good movie. Platoon is pretty close because Oliver Stone was a Vietnam veteran, and that was based on his experiences. So yeah, Platoon's pretty close.
I guess in the Army now, it wasn't that far off.
It wasn't. Yeah, and people would do that shit all the time. They'd be smoking next to fuel and open flames and shit like that. I'm like, what are you doing? You are going to explode. You're stupid. Well, it's diesel. It won't explode. It'll still kill us, you idiot. What do you not understand about this?
The fact they tried to argue it and try to...
Oh, because people try to argue everything because they think they're right all the time. I'm like, no, we are going to die because you're dumb. Just like I'll never forget this. The first time I went to the field, I was driving the vehicle because I was brand new, and they said, drive up that hill. I'm like, okay. We get to the top of the hill, and I stopped. Like, why'd you stop? I said, look down. So we're not on a hill. We're on a cliff. They're like, oh. I'm like, don't you have a map? Yeah. I'm like, so it didn't show you on the map that that's where that ends. What do you want me to do? Well, just back down very slowly. I said, oh, it's going to be very slow. I said, you ever do that shit again, I'll fucking kill you myself. I'm not playing this game.
So what did he say about the map? It wasn't on the map, or you didn't read it right?
It wasn't on the map. I'm like, what the fuck you mean it's not on the map? So we got into an argument about that. Luckily, we were about the same rank, so he couldn't make me do anything. But I'm like, you fucking kidding me, dude? I'm like, we were all about to die because you can't read and you can't see. Okay, great. This is how I wanted to start this off. And then, you're at the top. You're sitting on top of the vehicle. You can see what's around you. Turn left. Oh, there was a hole there. Well, no shit. You can't see this hole from where you're at. Why are you telling me to drive into the hole? It's amazing why I have back and neck problems. It's amazing. Whatever.
So they accidentally drove you into holes, pretty much.
All the time. All the time. Because I could just see it, like I could just see over the horizon. Go over there. Are you sure? Yeah, go over there. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I guess I got to get that looked at now because you were too dumb to see it. And like, well, you can't be doing that. I'm like, you need to tell me where to go. I cannot see that far. There's dirt and dust, and I'm not that high up. It's your job to tell me not to drive in a giant fucking hole in the ground. I love it.
REMF.
That's right. Rear echelon motherfucker.
Jesus.
Favorite Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, and Nickelodeon. Before they all wanted to touch kids. Cartoon Network, probably Ed, Ed and Eddie. Disney Channel, well, if we're talking cartoon, well, yeah, Cartoon Network, though. Disney Channel. If we're talking just strictly cartoons, maybe Kim Possible, and then Nickelodeon, probably Rugrats. Yeah, people exactly, Freddie. People go to the gas station and they're smoking next to the pumps. What is wrong with these people? Sounds like you got to
Okay.
make sure we were still alive. But yeah, man. I mean,
Yeah, I just see him fighting Chad Castleton. He would fight him.
sure.
Would he live on a Little House on the Prairie?
If Sarah Gilbert's there, I'm talking about Sarah Gilbert now, not in the 70s.
Yeah. Do you think you would be happy in a Little House on the Prairie area where it's like no phones, no computer, no internet, back to the day, down and dirty?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Because it'd be quiet. I won't have to worry.
Yeah. I guess I'm the opposite. I'm too addicted to this stuff. I'm just too addicted to internet and stuff. But you only live once, and fuck it. At least it's addiction, unlike drugs, where won't kill me right now, maybe later. But
yep. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't worried about terrorists killing me. I was worried about the idiots in my unit killing me because they're dumb. So there's that. My favorite
and one
military.
Of them
Yeah.
With a
my favorite military comedy is Stripes because it's a documentary. It's not a movie. Casualties of War is a great movie. It's one of the few movies I can actually watch Sean Penn in.
Great movie, Casualties of War. Really enjoy that. Just very sad, on a side note, just very sad what happened to Michael J. Fox, because I watched the Back to the Future films recently. So much potential he reached, and it just seems like a nice guy. You only heard good things about him. And the Parkinson's, I forget when he first got it. I know he hid it for a while. It's just really sad. It's a shame.
He got it in the early 90s.
Yeah.
Because he noticed that his hand was shaking a lot. But he didn't know what it was at first, so that's why he didn't get it looked at. He just thought, oh, well, it's normal. Because he was drinking a lot back then, so he thought maybe that was just the effects of the drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And then it wasn't until a couple years later that he got diagnosed, and then, here we are. But, yeah, it definitely sucks. But the other side of it is, I mean, yes, it sucks that he has Parkinson's, but look at all the good that he's done. He just threw his career away to focus on that and all the research and everything and helping people. So there is something positive that came out of it. So it absolutely sucks what happened. And he did do a recent interview, and he said that he's getting worse, so he doesn't know how much time he has left. But, I try to look at the positive of it, that he was able to help so many people and get all this money for research and everything. So, some good came out of it. Kelly's Heroes is fun. It's a good movie.
Which one?
Kelly's Heroes.
Yeah. Bit too long. I think it could have been shortened, but I do like the film. I mean, when you're long enough to have an intermission, so I don't know if it needs to be that long, but Donald Sutherland was great in that movie.
Yes, Freddie, the military is filled with a bunch of morons, and I'll leave it at that, which is one of the reasons why I got out. Because homie don't play that.
Does Fabio like the Hatchet movies with Kane Hodder?
Yeah. I liked all four, actually. Yes, JoJo, you're working with them as a team, and they're working against you because they're idiots. Yeah, Kim Possible. I never saw the live action Kim Possible. I don't know why I would want to watch that, but the cartoon was awesome.
Hmm.
No, I don't care about the new Van Damme movie. But yeah, I liked all the Hatchet movies, to be honest, because they were like the tagline, old school American horror. There was nothing but there was mostly practical effects. I know they used CG for a little bit. They had good cast in it. There's a bunch of nudity in them. I'm not complaining. So, but no, they're fun. I'd like to get that Blu-ray that just came out because it's got some new features.
Okay.
And then I did get, if I can reach it, where is it? Come on. There. I did get this recently, which is the fourth one on VHS.
Huh. So 1 second, let me do this.
Sure. Yeah, this is Victor Crowley on VHS. And Adam Green actually worked to get this made, which is cool. Because there's actually a note. There's a note in here from him, which is really cool. So he actually worked in conjunction to get this put out. I don't know why they didn't do the first three, but this is still cool to have. And it's the same. It's brokehorrorfan.com. He also did Willy's Wonderland on VHS. I have that in the other room. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Get that out of the way there.
Very cool.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Michael J. Fox definitely could have been an Academy Award winner. Yes, Caleb, I was in the Army.
Yeah, Adam Green, I like his Frozen. I thought was really good. I like Digging Up the Marrow. Can't remember the last film he did. Was it the fourth Hatchet film? It might have been the last film he did.
I think.
Frozen
I have not seen, and Digging Up the Marrow I haven't seen either. He was at the. I didn't go. I couldn't go. But he was at New Jersey Horror Con, and I think he was. I don't think he charged for autographs. If you wanted to buy something from his table, you could. But I think all his stuff was free, or it was like $10 or something. Like he didn't charge that much.
Cool. Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's rare nowadays.
Yeah. He seems like a cool guy.
Because you talked about in your videos about how the prices and everything's gone much, much worse, much more expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Much more crazy.
Which is why a lot of times I don't get an autograph because I'm not paying $80 for it. I'm not doing it. It's ridiculous.
I know it'd be hard to remember the details, but can you remember since you first started to now who maybe has inflated their price the most for an autograph or picture?
That's pretty easy, actually. Kane Hodder.
Okay.
Because when I met Kane Hodder, which was about 10 years ago, he charged I think he only charged like $20 or $30, maybe 40 at the max. But now he's charging like between $80 and $100. I don't know why. He's probably the one that his prices went up the most. Because everybody else
Okay.
was like 30, 40, 50 at the max. Now they've gone up a little bit. But yeah, when I met him, because it was me and my cousin, and we both got an autographed picture. And then I think the picture was, if you wanted to take a picture with him, it was free. So we both got an autograph, and then we took a picture. And that's when he was able to choke people. He had to stop choking people because someone complained. Not that he actually choked you, but he would just put his hand there and squeeze a little bit. He can't do that anymore. Somebody complained. Because they're stupid. So there you go. They ruined it for everybody because they're dumb. But anyway. But yeah, that I met him, I think 2014, 2015. And he was at New Jersey Horror Con, and I think I did a video about it because it was a paid. I think it was a paid request. Somebody wanted me to talk about the prices, and I looked up his prices, and it was like $80 to $100, and I like was so flabbergasted. I'm like, for Kane Hodder, really? And I said in the video, I said I probably paid like $20 to meet him, and it was fine. But now, no, you're out of your mind.
It seems like more just a competition nowadays.
It
Where
is
they see that. Well, yeah, go ahead.
it is because at these shows you'll walk past the table and it'll be one price. An hour later, you'll walk past, it's crossed out, and there's a different price. I see it all the time. All the time. Steven Dorff did that. When I got to the show, Steven Dorff was $50. An hour later, it was $80 because Christina Ricci was set up next to him and she was charging $80. All the time I see it.
Mm.
And I'm like, nope, not doing it.
Do you think it's because they need the money that badly, or do you think it's an ego where if I have a lower price, then somehow that means I'm, quote, lower tier?
No, it's a competition. It's like, well, how come they're charging 80? I should charge 80. How come he's charging 50? I can make more money. No, you'll make less money. Because I'll tell you what, nobody was in Steven Dorff's line, but everybody was in Christina Ricci's line.
Mm.
And I swear to God, when I met him, he was drunk. Because I think he was late. Yeah, I think he was late. And he just looked so out of it. And he had a drink in his hand, so I guess he just kept drinking. And I'm like, okay. And I made a comment. I was like, is he drunk? And I think he heard me. And he kind of looked at me. And the guy behind me was like, I think he heard you. I'm like, I don't give a shit. It's an honest question. I said, what the fuck is he going to do? Is he going to assault me? Because I'm right? What the fuck? And then he had no recollection of working with Michael Dudikoff, so that was disappointing.
Okay.
Yeah. He was like, well, I did that movie before The Power of One. I'm like, but you remember The Gate, and The Gate was before that, so.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, Adam Green seems cool. Roy Dam, that guy's a fucking psycho. That guy is a crackhead. So good for Adam Green for calling him out.
Who was the name?
Roy Dam is his name. He is he's a bootlegger, but he is a psycho. He is a fucking crackhead. He actually got sued by Kiss because he was filming and selling Kiss shows. And he got sued and Kiss won. And he had to pay $5 million to Kiss, and I don't think he's ever paid him a dime. And he used to be here on YouTube. It was called some video podcast he did on here. And it didn't last long. And then I saw a video where he called out some guy or some guy called out him, and they went at it for like over an hour, and he like threatened to kill him and beat him up and all this shit. I'm like, okay. And then he starts all these companies up to sell bootlegs, and then people pay and they never get their stuff, and then he calls them stupid and he like threatens to kill them even though they paid for the product. And yeah, he's a fucking crackhead.
And you said Kiss sued him?
Yep, Kiss sued him because he was filming. He got caught filming and selling their concerts.
So how is it that he doesn't pay them but doesn't get arrested?
I don't know. I guess Gene and Paul don't care that much. even though there's an interview with Gene where he says, if you have Kiss bootlegs, we will find you. I'm like, okay, so you're gonna find me, right? Because I got some bootleg CDs, some bootleg vinyls, and you're gonna come to my house and take them away from me. Somehow I doubt that.
Well, yeah, but apparently if they're not going to find Roy Dam, they ain't going to find some random person who has one.
He's special. He is special. But I'm glad that that Adam Green called him out. I saw a video here on YouTube. This guy, he bought some stuff from him and paid for it and everything, and then he never got it. And then he said like Roy Dam like found his phone number online or something and would like call him and leave all these prank calls and all this other stupid shit. And I'm like, the fuck? Like, what is wrong with you? And then I'll see his. I didn't realize that it was. I bought some Blu-rays, and he was the one that put these together, but I didn't buy them from him. And then I found his group or whatever on Instagram, and he was saying, well, we have Werewolf, the TV series, and it's the best it's ever looked, and it's AI upscaled. I'm like, this is fucking dumb. And he's like, it's the only way that this will look good is through AI. I'm like, somehow I doubt that, but sure. The worst Bond girl was Denise Richards, no doubt.
And you said Adam Green called him out on it. Was he also selling Hatchet bootleg stuff, or Adam Green just called him out because he's a Kiss fan, or
I don't know guy? That. Let me.
Okay.
Let's see if I can find that. No, this was another guy that had he bought, paid for it. It was done, everything, and then he just went off and did all this stupid shit. I'm not finding anything here on. I just did a quick Google search. I can't find anything about him.
Oh, here we go.
But that's good that he did that because you should.
He bought the Facebook nuke. Well, there you go.
Nice. I don't know how you buy a Facebook group, but sure. So I was wrong. He got sued for $7 million.
Okay, Mike. Roy was selling Hatchet. Okay.
Oh, okay. And I guess somebody told Adam Green or found out about it, or
yeah.
You got Kane Hodder's autograph for free at a screening of The New Blood. Well, that's cool. Yeah, Robert Englund. When I met Robert Englund, I think it was $100, and I was with my cousin, so we split it. We just went half and half, and we just got a picture with him. But I'm just like, really? He's not drunk. He's just exhausted from all the drinking he was doing earlier. Roy Dam is something else, dude.
How long has this been going around? I don't know. With the Roy Dams, I don't know how long it's been going around.
It's been for a while because I'm looking at this article here. This is from 2005. Kiss filed an injunction against the sale of counterfeit Kiss merchandise and seized bootleg videos at a Kiss Expo in North Carolina. and they filed a permanent injunction against Roy Dam, and damages awarded to Kiss for $7 million plus attorney's fees. So, yeah. And then I'm reading here that he said on a podcast that they actually served his dad the papers because I guess he's junior. He said the lawyers were being lazy and they made his dad take the fall. He said he never paid them and he never will. Well, I don't know how that works, but sure.
Huh. Pay the previous bot a sum of money to take over and just start posting bootlegs on there. One of the other mods hate him so much, sabotage the group. Damn, all this espionage shit, man.
It's the internet. The internet's fucking weird. Like,
Roy would steal entire discs from other bootleggers and sell them as his own product. Yeah, I'm sure that happens a lot. So I'm not surprised on that. So thank you, Tojera. I mean, I don't know if they can do anything to stop it if that's the case. Because if that's the case, I think Disney would have stopped Steamboat Willie from being public domain.
When it goes into public domain, there's nothing that you can do about it except try to buy the rights back. But by then, if it's in the public domain, it's too late.
Yeah. So.
Just like, oh, hello. There you go.
As I was going to say, thank you. That's why someone would have bought Winnie the Pooh if that was the case, or Steamboat Willie. I'm trying to think, is Popeye? I think Popeye's public domain. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Popeye is, but yeah, I mean, they would have done it already if that was the case. So yeah, they don't get a choice. They just don't be very particular on what it is that is public domain. So if you see a little change, they'll sue you for it. Like, you didn't get this detail right, so we don't sue you. So I don't try to make it a pain in the ass for you to do anything with it.
Just like Night of the Living Dead, that went into public domain because Romero got fucked over, and that everybody knows that story. Yeah, Hayden Panettiere, I think she drank a lot because I know that she had problems with alcohol. I think she's sober now, but she was looking rough in Scream 6. And when I saw her at Monster Mania, I didn't meet her, but I saw her. When I saw her at Monster Mania, she was pretty rough looking, and she's not that much older than me. She's only a couple years older than I am. But I guess she drank for a long time, or drank hard. That's what people don't realize. Drinking, I think, does more damage to you than drugs does.
Yeah.
And especially if you drink for years and years and years and years, like Ace Frehley. Everybody thinks Ace Frehley's still on drugs and alcohol. He's not. But the problem was that he drank so hard for so long that it permanently fucked him up. That's what people just don't realize. It's a hell of a thing.
Yeah. It's too bad.
Yep. Okay, I don't even know why I'm still reading this article. What really sucks is that the Facebook group was awesome and it was a fun community, and then he took it over and it went downhill. Then it got nuked. Yeah, because he's fucking weird. That's why. But yeah, I saw a video, and it was like an hour. He went back and forth with this guy and like threatened to kill him and beat him up. And I'm like, what? What am I watching? Why am I even watching this right now? Like, okay. And then after that, he didn't really do anything after YouTube or on YouTube after that, because he used to have like a podcast, and he would talk about like how he got in like trouble with Kiss and all this, and shows that he would tape, and then I guess either people got served papers and they had to be quiet or what have you. But But I don't get how you get sued for $7 million and then you don't pay a dime and then you don't go to jail. That just doesn't make any sense to me.
That's a good question.
Predminator, what's up? My favorite Child's Play is Child's Play 3.
That's tough for me to choose because I like all three.
Mm-hmm.
And the remake I like, the reboot. So that's tough. It's hard for me to choose. I have to think about that. And Tajira, thank you. I just don't get what your question is. Something about Ultraman and Superman. I know it's meant for Fabio, but
yeah, he's asking, did Ultraman get the name from Superman? Like, no, not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Yeah, not that I am aware of. My God, the media just
Never
cannot.
actually saw. Never saw Ultraman. I saw Inframan, which you got over here, but I haven't seen Ultraman.
Yeah, Hayden Panettiere. I think she was married to a guy that beat her up too, which is not cool. But I know she talked about it. She drank for a good while, and I think it did a lot more damage than she thought that it would. Same with smoking. Like smoking cigarettes really fucks you up, and that's the hardest thing to quit. Ozzy said that was the hardest thing for him to get sober from was cigarettes. Yeah, the kid that burned down half the forest in Oregon. Yeah, nothing happened. Well, just like the fires in Hawaii. What was that, last year? When all those fires broke out, that was arson. Nobody got caught. Nobody went to jail. Nothing. They burned down half the fucking island and nobody got in trouble. Or in Canada, when those fires happened in Canada last year, it was arson. You mean to tell me they couldn't find out who did it? It's fucking bullshit. Yes, cocaine definitely messed up Van Damme.
Yeah.
Which is why his face. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I don't say Chaz. I'm not sure what you mean about Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair. From what I understand, that's never been officially released, as far as I know.
You can get a bootleg of it.
Right.
Yeah.
But he asked, like, oh, the Blu-ray, you don't pick it up. I'm like, I don't think it's officially released.
No, it's only well, I think it came out in Japan, maybe. I think that was, but I believe that's the only place it came out officially.
Okay. Antonio T, I'm doing okay. Hope you're doing well on this Monday night. Just having fun talking with Fabio here. That's why I'm going a bit longer. And if Fabio, if you ever need to leave or you need stuff to do, just let me know. And I don't want to keep you from any stuff you need to do.
No. I'm actually off tomorrow, so I'm good.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, thank God. Actually, no. The whole bloody affair has never been officially released anywhere. I thought in Japan it was, but I guess not. Because I'm looking at it here. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I could have sworn that came out in Japan. Because I know it was done. Like Tarantino, it was done and he showed it at different places, but it never, I guess it never came out officially. But yeah, you can find it online pretty easily. So yeah, it's not super hard to find. The 4K from Dusk Till Dawn, I think the transfer was done, but it never came out because Robert Rodriguez is weird about the 4K stuff.
Yeah, Ryan Tardy, like Fabio said, I knew that you could get that unofficially, and there's many places you could get it. I just bet when someone was asked about it, they made it sound like it was official, and I'm like, no, it's not out officially. That's all I was getting at. But yeah, unofficially, yeah, there's plenty of places you could get the whole bloody affair if you're that interested in it.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can download it pretty easily online.
That too.
Yeah, Street Fighter was the peak of Van Damme being coked up. So, which is
Yeah.
why he disappeared a couple times, and he was banging Kylie Minogue while his wife was pregnant. He got served with divorce papers on set. He, in the middle of filming a scene, he decided that he didn't want to film the scene anymore, and he just got up and stopped. No one yelled cut or anything. So, yeah, it's fucking crazy. See, as a kid, I didn't know any of this. Now, as an adult, it kind of makes sense.
And what was a knockoff? He doesn't remember filming it at all.
Mm-hmm. Because he was that coked up. And then that was the time that was around the time he got sober because he got busted.
Yeah. That to believe, not Steven Dorff saying, I don't remember rescuing me. I don't believe that. But
I didn't believe it either. But I'm just like, nah, whatever. I swear to God, though, he was drunk. He had to. He had to have been drunk. I've been around a lot of drunk people in my life. He had to have been drunk.
Was that the drunkest you saw someone at a convention? Other than Gary Busey, who has all his own issues, which you've talked about. But
Gary Busey.
Other than Steven Dorff, was that the drunkest you saw someone?
I mean, one of the guests, yeah. I've seen like the attendees be blitzed out of their fucking mind at noon on a Saturday at the hotel for no reason. And they're like falling all over themselves, and the convention still allows them to be there. It's like, no, you need to get them in their room where they're safe, and you need to have somebody stay with them before something bad happens. I've seen that. I've definitely seen that. I've seen people just blitzed out of their fucking mind at 12 o'clock on a Saturday because they got nothing better to do in New Jersey of all places, and they just want to walk around and they're slurring their words and they're trying to talk to people and they keep bumping into everything. It's like, go away, go to your room and go to sleep. Sleep it off.
Premier, I've never played the Aliens Fire Team, so there being a sequel doesn't matter to me because I didn't play the first one, so sorry. Nothing I can say about it.
I do really like Argento in general. I've been getting into his stuff lately. I like it.
Thank you, Blast Radius. Yeah, I've seen Home Sweet Home. We're Bodied by Jake Steinfeld, I think is his name.
Yep.
And I mean, it's hilarious to a point. It's better to see in clips than the entire movie.
True.
The beginning is funny with like him like he hits an old woman. He's like, and what does he do? Not crack, but was it PCP or?
Yeah, he shoots the PCP in him before he kills people.
Yeah. But I mean, I can see why it was so vicious.
Vinegar Syndrome will put it out, I guarantee it. And Vanessa was in it when she was a little girl. She's the little girl in the movie.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that.
And then he is the uncle to Haley Steinfeld.
Huh.
That was in the True Grit remake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her uncle, which is crazy.
Oh wow.
Straight to my
feet.
Whatever
happened?
What's that?
I don't say whatever happened to Jake.
I guess he made enough money from the exercise videos and retired. Like Billy Blanks is probably a gazillionaire because of Ty Bo, but he keeps making them.
Yeah, that's what you. You still haven't seen The Last Kumite, have you? You still
Nope.
haven't seen that?
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't really
Because Billy
plan
Blank
on
was in
it.
that. That was a disappointing film, at least to me. That was a disappointing one.
I already knew from the start. I get what they're trying to do, but it's not working.
So, what are your thoughts on? You said from the start. Your thoughts on what you saw, whether trailer or before it, that made you think that way.
I mean,
Like your point of view on that.
because I understand, like I get where they're coming from. The people that made it are fans of these movies. I am too. Don't get me wrong. I love these movies, these old school martial arts movies. I grew up watching these movies, but it's over. Everybody's old. Okay, they can't act anymore because they haven't acted in years. Nobody wants to see that. The newer people that you get, they can't act either. I don't know who shot this, but like you put all these clips up where they hit but they don't react, and you could see that he's here and then he punches and then he moves. It's like they didn't block that better. So I get it. They want to make an old school martial arts movie. It's not going to work. It's too late. Let's just watch the old ones and stick with that and remember people that way. I don't need to see 70-year-old action stars trying to still fight and they can't do it anymore because they're 70 years old.
So, your thoughts on the new Chuck Norris film where he's the robot?
No,
The
I saw
android.
that. I saw that trailer. I'm like, what am I watching? Why? Other than he doesn't need the money. I don't know why he's doing it. It's just embarrassing at this point.
Yeah, Mark Singer, the Beastmaster. Yeah.
Well, then he's doing this other one with Vanilla Ice. It's like, why?
Vanilla Ice. I didn't hear about that one. What?
Yeah, he's doing another movie. It's called like Zombie Plane or some shit. And it's him and Vanilla Ice are in this movie. I wish I was making it up, but I'm not.
I don't I mean, granted, he can do whatever he wants, but he doesn't want to do interviews, which would be nice to hear his take on Invasion USA, Missing in Action.
Yeah, I would love to know the reason behind that. I would love to know if it's he doesn't want to do them, because I heard that they never ask him and he wonders why he never gets asked. Now, I don't know how true that is. That's just what I heard.
It'd just be weird that his movies have been released by multiple companies. It's hard for me to imagine that none of those multiple, not even one of them, asked him.
Right.
When they've asked all these other people. That just.
And it's really weird for Sidekicks, because for Sidekicks, there is an interview with his brother.
Yeah.
So what, again, I would love to know what the reason is. He just doesn't do interviews, or he just never gets asked, or he wants too much money. I mean, I would love to know why. At least we can get an explanation as to, okay, I just don't like to do interviews. Okay, fair enough. That's fine. Or, this is my asking price. Okay, well, they don't want to pay that. I get it. Like with Schwarzenegger, he wanted, at least back then, when these movies started first coming out, he wanted too much money. And that's why they never asked him. Because for Total Recall, he did that commentary for Total Recall, and he wanted $25,000 and he got it, and they said that's why there wasn't a lot of features, because that took up most of the budget. Yeah, it's called Zombie Plane. It's with Chuck Norris, Vanilla Ice, and some chick named Sophie Monk. I don't know who she is. She definitely got plastic surgery, though. And they're playing fictitious versions of themselves. So this is going to suck.
Oh, God.
And there's no release date yet.
Good.
Yeah, I don't think there needs to be a release date. It's like, again, undercover agent Vanilla Ice, who trained under Commander Chuck Norris. So Chuck Norris is only going to be in it for 2 minutes. uses his skill set to dispatch a plane overrun by the undead before fighter jets can neutralize it. Yeah, this sounds awful. I don't want to watch this. Chuck Norris is 84 years old. Why is he doing this to himself?
I don't know. Hopefully, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. If he doesn't do interviews, then we'll never know. Oh, thank you, Blast Ray. It is about Home Sweet Home. You gotta admit the car hood kill in that movie was genius. Never seen anything like that in a movie. It's a funny meme. It's a funny scene. You just watch that scene on YouTube. You don't see the whole movie.
Why Van Damme didn't do Mortal Kombat? Probably because of the price. He probably wanted more money. Yeah. But he's in it now, but it sucks because the voice over work was shitty.
No, I don't care about the new Captain America Brave New World.
Nope.
For one Brave New World, I'll listen to the song from the Blob. I don't care about... I like Anthony Mackie as an actor. I don't think they properly wrote the transition. It didn't make sense because it seemed like it was Bucky that should be Captain America, and then they just decided to change things just because.
That's what they did in the comics. In the comics, it was Bucky.
Yeah, and then it doesn't look that good. It looks cheap for the budget.
It costs $3 million.
Yeah. And Harrison Ford, I guess he really loves them paychecks nowadays.
Greedy. All these greedy old fucks. Yeah, well, Mike brought it up. Chuck Norris talks about his movies in his book. And there is an old, I think I have it. It was I think it was like Black Belt Magazine did an interview with him where he talked about his films. So I don't know what it is. I would love to know why he just doesn't do interviews for his films. You would think that he would, but I don't know. Well, you have to think so. Back then, like the DVD budgets back then weren't much, so $25,000 took a good chunk out of that budget. And then for Conan, I think he did Conan because John Milius did it for the commentary. So there you go.
Yeah. Nope, Iran never played that game. Sorry, man. Audiences don't care about superhero films. They want old school action.
I don't know about
that. Yeah. I mean, the Fall Guy didn't do well.
Yeah.
And that's more, don't fall into that than superhero. And the Fall Guy was a flop. So, I mean, it just depends. Because the Beekeeper made a little bit of money. But because it didn't have as big of a budget compared to some of these other films, so that helped.
Right.
So you have to manage your budget in a common sense manner. You can't be having these $200 million budgets every time.
Exactly.
That's why there's all these. Yeah.
Not every movie needs to cost $200 million. Not every actor needs $25 million up front.
Exactly.
It's annoying.
That's why there's these rumors. What was it? Paramount was going to be bought out?
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Sony was going to try to buy Paramount, but they canceled it, which is good because it doesn't make any sense. And then I know everybody lost their minds a couple of weeks ago, and people brought it up to me. Sony said that they were going to stop making Blu-rays. That's not true. They are stopping recordable Blu-rays. They are going to stop making recordable Blu-rays. Because I guess they don't sell. But people took that as they're never making Blu-rays. And it's like, no, that's not true. So.
To be honest, I didn't even know they still were making recordable.
They do. But the problem is they don't sell them in the stores. You have to
Okay.
order them because other than I think Radio Shack had them when Radio Shack was around. Other than that, I have never seen like blank Blu-rays ever sold in a store. That's something you got to get online. So that makes sense. Because
Yeah, General
Hollywood
Van
doesn't
Damme.
care about good-looking cheap movies. They want everything to be expensive so they can brag. Well, we spent X amount on the CGI. It still looks like shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
Shark still
General
looks
Van
like
Damme does do. I would say General Van Damme does do interviews. He did one for Universal Soldier when that DVD came out. You mentioned Double Impact, Lionheart. He's on. Uh, what was it?
Bloodsport, the overseas Blu-ray of Bloodsport. There's an interview with Van Damme.
Okay, there you go. So, yeah,
He did a commentary for Replicant when that came out on DVD.
there you go.
I think, if I remember correctly, I think for Hard Target, when Kino put that out, I think they asked him and he said no.
Mm,
From what I heard, I think. I don't know how true that is, but that's just what I heard.
mm,
I don't know if it was the price or
yeah.
whatever, but yep,
Which is
Deadpool.
too bad, but I'm not surprised. Because I don't know
Yeah,
if it's true, but I heard he's not a fan of that movie anyway.
yeah, it doesn't surprise me, but it would be cool just to hear his thoughts. Now 30 some years later, maybe his opinion changed. I don't know, but
Right.
exactly, you can make. I mean, the reason why they keep making all these horror films is because they're so cheap to make. Scream 5 and 6 didn't cost that much, but they made a lot, which is historically how horror films have been. Horror films have always been the cheapest to make. And that's why they made so many of them back in the 80s, because they were all good returns on investments. Yeah, they cost 2, 3, 4 million, but they made 10, 11, 12. And so, okay, we'll make more. That's why there's 8 Friday the 13th movies, because they were all so cheap to make. I think Jason Takes Manhattan had the highest budget, but I think the budget was only $5 million. So, and it made 15, so it still made a profit, even though people don't like it. Well, in 1989, people went and saw it in the theaters, so there's that, and it made a profit. Eagle Path is never coming out. I think even when Van Damme dies, it won't come out.
Mm.
It's never coming out. Yes, A24 is a bad thing for horror movies. It's a bad thing for movies in general.
I definitely agree it's bad for horror films. I 100% on that. But the ones I've seen, Men and X and a lot of other shit, yeah, definitely agree with that.
Yeah, but Freddy vs. Jason cost what, 25 million, something like. It wasn't that expensive of a movie, and most of that probably went to Robert Englund's paycheck and Ronnie Yu, because Ronnie Yu was red hot at the time, even though he was the wrong person to direct that movie, in my opinion.
But it was a good investment because it made at least 80 million in the US.
Oh yeah, it made a shit ton of money when it came out.
Well, Mike, I like Highlander too. So
the director's cut, not the theatrical cut.
Yeah. Highlander 2 is actually my personal favorite Highlander film. That's just me though.
I like Highlander 2. Always did. Well, it doesn't make sense that Sean Connery came back. Nothing makes sense in these movies. They're movies. They're not real. They're not supposed to be real.
Does the quickening make sense in the first movie?
No, none of it makes. There's no people running around chopping each other's heads off. Okay, it's a movie. Shut up.
It's about magic called the quickening that if you kill all of these people, pop their heads like a Pez dispenser, you get a superpower where to be mortal. There could be only one until the next one. There's 100 more,
and then there's more,
then there'll be one,
and then there's more. No, the theatrical cut of Highlander 2 sucked.
Since you saw the TV show, was there ever an explanation as why there were more Highlanders when they're okay?
No,
I didn't know if they explained on the TV show.
Because the TV show acts like the sequels never happened, but they don't explain anything because Christopher Lambert's in the first episode and he's still immortal. So, yeah.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, we're just going to pretend that the sequels didn't happen, but even though he won at the end of the first movie, we're going to pretend that he didn't win, and it's like, okay. And then the show is 6 seasons, so there's 120 episodes, so there's 120 other immortals plus others, and it's like, yeah, they don't really explain that. But I don't care because it's a good show. Well, except for the last couple seasons. But. Edge is in. Oh, there you go. Edge is in Highlander Endgame. He has a cameo. The wrestler Edge, not the guitar player.
Oh, I didn't know he was on there. Okay, that's cool. Thank you, Tojera. Fabio bumped his stuff and his movie. Oh, his movies fell into my YouTube stream. That'd be cool.
That'd be kind of weird.
Whoops! That he grabs the movies and what? Then he takes some of mine. He may take this. It'd be like whoops.
The Rocky Balboa Pop.
Which some asshat was making fun of me for having this. Fuck that fucking loser.
Well, that asshat can shove it up his ass and get over it.
It's funny too, Joe. You mentioned that reminds me of like when The Expendables was good, the first one. I don't know if anyone ever saw this video. The advertising where they had the YouTube video, but then amongst the YouTube video, there's like all these explosions that beat up part of the YouTube screen, and so it like shot up the comments section and the video on the side as like Stallone shooting back, and like that was. I don't know if that's ever on. If you can find that on YouTube, it was such a really cool because it seemed like a typical YouTube video, but then it's like Stallone's getting shot, he's shooting up, and it's like the whole YouTube stream like interacts with it. That's when they were actually worth a shit and cared. Then you did Expendables 4, and it's like they're dying until they're dead. What the fuck?
When they're dead. What the fuck? This doesn't make any sense.
That's how far it went, man.
Oh, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. Daredevil on Netflix. I've never seen it. Yeah, Mario Van Peebles is fun in Highlander 3 as the bad guy. And it's weird because Gunman came out the same year, and Christopher Lambert and Mario Van Peebles are in that movie too.
That's right, yeah. They never got a Blu-ray, did it, Gunman?
Nope, unfortunately. Which I have it somewhere up here, I think.
By the way, that is a fun film.
Right at the top. I knew it was close. I love that movie.
Fun movie.
Yeah, the dildo with Stallone's ring on it. Get the fuck out of here.
I forgot about the dildo.
Fuck that movie.
I forgot about it.
Everything in that movie was CGI. Like this, Stallone walking up to the door to knock on the door, and when Jason Statham looks in the peephole, everything is CG except Stallone. I couldn't believe it.
Maybe someday someone will request us to do a commentary on that.
Oh God. I'm about to start drinking again. I'll be as drunk as Stephen Wolf was.
Solo wasn't for me. Is that the worst film? It's okay, but I mean it's okay. Like just something about it was missing for me. I don't know what it was. Maybe because I've just seen a lot of films like that before, done better, like Universal Soldier. So I don't know. I've seen better. I've seen worse. Solo. Didn't see the Punisher show. Godzilla fan. 50 cent. Yeah, he ain't worth 5 cents. I agree. He ain't worth shit.
Well, Donnie T's 50 cent now. So there you go.
And Rufus, my favorite Western, mine would be Young Guns, the first one. That'd be my favorite Western. Tombstone's a good one. And we'll probably be on for about 10 more minutes. That'll be like a strong 3 hours. So
Sure.
For those out there, thanks for watching. But it'll be about 10 more minutes. Figure a good 3 hours is a good way. So it's not too over long. So
Solo or Solo?
I forgot about the Han Solo movie. You know, I forget that movie existed. Completely forget.
You and everybody else.
But to answer your question, Solo 96 is better. You don't have a pansexual, whatever the fuck, robot, whatever the fuck it was.
And then Lando was gay or whatever. I don't know.
Or maybe he was the pansexual and the robot was some, whatever the fuck it was. Stupid shit.
Yeah, the later Seagal movies, green screen because he never showed up. So they had to airbrush him in there.
Yeah.
I like when he got sued by New Image. And he lost. He lost. They won the case, which they were right. Because he never showed up and he left early and he rewrote the scripts and this and that. And good. Oh, you're jealous that I got to meet Kane? That's okay. He was cool. He was really cool. And I made him laugh, so that was awesome. And then I brought up the steel cage match he had with Bret Hart. And he goes, "Is that the one where Jerry Lawler was in the other cage above the ring?" I said it was. He goes, "Oh yeah, that was fun." I said, "I wish that you and Bret Hart got to work together more." He goes, "Yeah, just we didn't." But that was before he was Kane. That was when he was Dr. Isaac Yankem.
I remember that, yeah.
And
Evil
then
dentist.
Yep, and then he was the fake Diesel. Mm-hmm. And then they got it right. Then he became Kane, and then there you go.
Favorite Kevin Costner movie? I'm not sure. Field of Dreams is up there. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves is up there for me. Favorite Kevin Costner film? For me, I'm going to go with JFK. Just really like the way that's made, way it's directed. I'll go with JFK for me.
Waterworld, because I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I love Waterworld.
I like Waterworld,
but in all
I especially like the other cut,
the extended cut, because it makes sense.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, probably Open Range. That's a really good Western. I really like that movie. But I do like Waterworld's fun. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah. And
What
The
about
Untouchables, that's another good one.
what's that?
The Untouchables, that's another good one.
Yes, that's a great movie, classic movie. Perfect World was good with him and Clint Eastwood. I do like that movie. What about 3,000 Miles to Graceland? I can't remember if you like that or not.
Not for me. I think what was with that film is I was looking forward to the film because of the trailer, but really most of the trailer is like the first third of the movie because like everybody dies, like almost everybody dies, is killed off, and I'm like, I thought it was going to be a build up to the big heist at the end. I didn't know it was like they do the heist in the first, and then it's like the rest of the movie. I don't know. I like the actors. I just didn't really like the characters. I'm that's just me. I wanted to like that movie more than I did, but it's not the worst movie. Seemed much worse.
I guess Kurt Russell only did that for the money.
What was your thoughts on the film?
Same thing. It's like I was expecting more of them like Heat. They build up to the heist and I'm like, eh. And then they kill off David Arquette and they kill off Christian Slater and it's like, okay, well, I don't care now.
It felt like, I mean, I don't know how it was time wise, but it felt like within the first 30 minutes they killed most of them off.
Right.
Maybe so. Thought that was a bit weird. That and it began such a weird note, like a CGI scorpion battle. So it was a weird choice to begin it. I'm like, what the fuck is this movie? Like a CGI scorpion fight? What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
China White, I've never seen with Russell Wong. I like Russell Wong, but I've never seen that. Silverado is a great Western as well. I can't remember. John Lovitz is in 3,000 Miles to Graceland, is he not?
I think you're right, yeah. Because
I
I
remember,
think
yeah,
Kevin Costner threatens him with a bow and arrow.
yeah, because that was in the trailer. Yep, I do remember that.
No, to Jerry, I would not be slapping Fabio's hand. I'd be like, nah, I'm not going to slap his hand. But
But
I don't. He wouldn't want Jason Goes to Hell.
I have Jason Goes to Hell. It's in the box set.
But thank you, Jerry. I appreciate it, man. Very kind of you. Thank you, man.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
Kurt Russell lives at the end, which is cool, but
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a disappointing movie.
Well, Sammy, I'm sure that's what it's meant to foreshadow. It's just such a weird, wonky way to do it. It's like
ECG.
Yeah. It's a weird movie. I'll say that. It's a weird movie that's funny. You guys mentioned that because I just got a request 3 days ago to do a commentary on the film. So I'll be watching that again. So it's weird.
Yeah, wait, I'll watch it.
That timing. Thank you, Shadow Gamer.
Yeah, because I remember when that came out, it just got obliterated. You know what? I think this could just be me. It felt like it was trying to be like reindeer games in a way. Maybe I'm the only one that looks at it that way, but because they came out around the same time.
Yeah, it's true.
And I would say I like reindeer games more, but
yeah, Reindeer Games was 2000, and then 3,000 Miles to Graceland was 2001.
Was 01, yeah.
So, okay. Yeah, I like Reindeer Games more.
Yep, the legendary.
Oh, hey there, Rich.
The
So,
legendary Alien 3 rant you did where you destroyed the VHS. I still love that video.
thank you. Hey, Rich. Hope you're doing well, man.
I don't remember what it was, what video, but there was one. You were like sitting on the bed and you like fell over. You like lost your balance and fell over and you got back up. You're like, yeah, that's what I get for being a dumbass. I don't know why that video sticks out in my mind, but it does.
I can't remember what that video was.
I don't remember, but it just sticks out. That and you did like a rant on the movie theaters. That video will forever. This was way back, but that video just sticks out in my mind too. Because you're like, it's bullshit because it says it's movie theater butter, but it's not. It doesn't taste like that. The Horizon Western, I'll wait till part 2 comes out. But I heard it wasn't that good, and I don't think it was the running time that killed the movie.
Certainly didn't help.
No.
Mean Girls coffee creamer?
Yeah, so at work we got Mean Girls coffee creamer, and I sent a picture to Rich because he says he likes that movie. So when I go in on Wednesday, dude, I'll grab you some. I'll send it to you. And it'll probably will spoil when it gets to you, but but before we wrap up here, I do want to show you this. I know you already have it, but I did get the detox with the 2-hour work print on here.
Very cool.
And I love that it's red. I love that. That's awesome. But yeah, this has the 2-hour, the actual 2-hour work print, not that bullshit. Well, I think that version's on here too. No, it's not.
Yeah, I think it is on the other.
Yeah, I have the other Blu-ray. I have the MVD release. That's on there. That's not the actual work print. This is the actual 2-hour work print that's on there, which I haven't watched yet. The only thing I don't like is this, that they stack the discs on top. They could have just put one, but I don't know why they stack the fucking discs on top like that, and then they put the DVD on the bottom. So the DVD is more susceptible to scratch. So yeah,
that's strange because mine doesn't do that. Mine is in 2 separate ones.
Oh, interesting.
Let me see if I can get it. Be 1 second.
Oh, you're good. The Mean Girls coffee creamer, I don't remember what company makes it, but they do these special flavors, and they're doing a Mean Girls flavored coffee creamer, and I saw it at work the other day. I was putting it on the shelf, and I sent a picture to direct a screenwriter because he's a fan of the movie. I'm not sending it to you. I'm just messing with you. And I was like, you need this? He goes, yeah. I'm like, well, you love the movie, so. I have not watched it yet. I have not watched the 2-hour work print yet. Hopefully soon. I've just been so busy trying to get caught up on paid requests and everything. I just haven't had time. But maybe soon I'll watch it. But that'll be in the next. I'll do a collection update soon here. There's a couple other things I would like to get before I do a update. Yeah, it's in a pink bottle. I don't think I have the picture on here anymore. I think I deleted the picture. Yeah, I don't have the picture of it. And I think I deleted the message too. I did. Okay. But anyway, there is one. Oh, you're welcome, Jamaral. Anytime. Now's my chance to Oh, other way. Sorry. Now's my chance to grab the Rocky figure. I have a Rocky figure in here. I have the Rocky 5 from the street fight. I do have that figure. It used to be over here, but I moved some stuff around, so it's over there now with some other figures. Request the Amazing Spider-Man movies. That's cool. I don't think because I don't remember if I've ever seen those or not. Because I think sometimes I've said yeah I've seen them, and sometimes I've said I haven't. I don't remember. It's difficult to remember everything. Yes, when Lindsay Lohan was still normal. Yes, Predminator. I am always excited for Faboween. Where I work, we're actually getting Halloween stuff in now, so that makes me happy. But I love Halloween. You guys know this. And then a lot of the candy companies, they've already put out like their special candies that they're doing for Halloween. I like the pre-Halloween stuff. I'm not complaining. I don't like the pre-Christmas stuff. You can't celebrate Christmas in July because it's too hot. But premature Halloween or whatever, yeah, I'm down with that. I can't complain. And I got a lot of cool stuff planned for Halloween, so don't you worry. Challengers or Maxine, which was worse? I mean, I didn't like either of them. To say which one was worse, probably Maxine, because it was trying to be this, artsy fartsy horror movie and do all this weird shit that nobody needed it to be in, like changing the aspect ratio every 5 minutes. That was stupid. Is everything okay? Free Halloween is great. That's right. Let every day in October feel forever, because when Halloween is over, you got to wait a year. Exactly. Aspect ratio now is so inconsistent. Yeah, like what was that movie I watched? Fucking shit. I don't remember what the movie was called, but it was that weird movie with the fucking. I had to do a commentary on it or whatever, and the whole movie was shot in full screen, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? The whole video I was bitching about the fucking aspect ratio. I don't remember what the fucking movie was. It was some weird movie that I had to watch recently. And the whole movie was shot in full screen. I could not believe it. Anyway. Saltburn.
So it says it was Saltburn.
Thank you. You're right. You are right. Fucking Saltburn.
So here it is here.
Ah, okay.
And actually, let me do this.
Yeah, my ugly face doesn't need to be on there.
And see, it opens like this.
Oh, yours has, okay. Yeah. That's cool. Mine's not like that.
That's that one.
Yeah. But I love the color on that. I love the red on that. That's awesome. But they could have done something a little bit better with the packaging.
That's weird that it's so different. I mean, I know they had different covers, but that the inside would be different.
That's definitely one of the different covers. It's still cool though. I like it.
Yeah. Have not seen the cut though. Someone's asking. Have not seen the cut yet.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet either. But that was the only one I was able to find. So
yeah. And sadly, I kind of wish I had. I don't have the equipment to rip it. Otherwise, I know some people want to see it, and this is so expensive. Maybe I'll pick one up one day. One of those forget what it's called. One of those Blu-ray.
You just need a Blu-ray drive. That's it.
Yeah, that's what it is. So I have to pick that up sometime. It's pretty cool though.
All you would have to do is get a Blu-ray drive and either extract the files or screen capture it.
Yeah.
No, it's not made for CRT TVs. They thought it was a good idea to shoot the movie in full screen. Why? I don't fucking know. That movie sucked. That movie was terrible.
I agree.
And it was like
Saltburn. It does.
It was like 2.5 hours. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, I didn't do the Criterion sale.
No. Well, I think Stallone liked ICU, but I think he was disappointed that it got fucked with and it never came out in the theaters. Kane chokeslams Pete Rose on his house. I've never seen that commercial.
Nah, I never heard of that commercial.
That's a new one to me. Okay.
No, I think Fabio's the type of guy that just don't be an asshole. That's all it is. Be a decent person. Don't be an asshole. Don't be a troll. And it doesn't matter as long as you're not hurting anybody, not hurting yourself. Just don't be a dick. It's not that hard, honestly. I know for some people it's hard. Just don't be a dick. It's really not that tough.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know it's Fabio's question. I'm answering for him. Just don't be a dick.
No, don't be a dick. Some people can't understand that. If you don't like it, just go away.
It's not a tough concept.
Well, apparently it's very difficult for certain people, but whatever.
Yeah, if the person's being nice, then that's fine, as long as you're not a sicko pedo.
Yeah, if you're an adult,
women or something.
If you're an adult, I don't care what you do. Just do it over there. And
yeah, don't be a dick. Be a Richard Simmons.
Don't be a bad guy. Be a nice guy. And don't touch.
But before we head out, what do you have coming for your channel? Before we head out here.
Well, I got another paid request, but there will be. There's a documentary that I'm going to review. That'll be the next one. That'll be tomorrow, which I look forward to. It's about Southern heavy metal music. So that should be cool. So bands like Pantera and stuff like that are in it. So that should be fun. And then I got an album review. That should be cool. The Dark Knight Returns, that animated movie. I got a paid request for that. I look forward to that. And then Them, season 2, the first couple of episodes. I just got that while we were doing this. But that's it. And then hopefully that'll be the next couple of days here. Hopefully we'll get back to Godzilla, because I really want to get back into those and finish those up. We'll do Godzilla and some of the other Japanese creature features. We'll get all those done hopefully soon here. And try to get some streaming in and stuff like that.
Yeah, and as for me, just more requests to fulfill. A lot of random ones coming up, but I don't mind. It makes it more fun.
Yeah.
Some that been a while since I've seen and I enjoy, like Evolver. I don't know if you've seen Evolver.
I don't think so.
It's from 1995. It stars Ethan Embry when he was called Ethan Randall. It's pretty much family gets this robot from this contest. The robot kind of looks like the robot from Chopping Malls, part of this like laser tag thing. But of course starts going crazy. It's actually voiced by William H. Macy before he became famous. And you have Q, John Delancey. He's the scientist behind the making of the robot. So from 1995, and Cindy Pickett, I think Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the mom, she plays the mom in this.
I've
So
never even heard
yeah,
of
that's
this. Wow.
yeah, Evolver from '95. It's fun for what it is.
Okay.
And then other random Fletch, uh, Black Cobra. I gotta watch the Fred Williamson Cobra
Ooh.
ripoff.
Yeah.
Italiano.
That's right. The Italian Cobra ripoff.
I'm on other stuff coming up. So thank you guys out there for the requests from both of us. Really appreciate it. Definitely helps. Thank you everyone for the kind words throughout the days and weeks. Really appreciate it. Things are getting better. Take it step by step. So can't complain. Thanks to Fabio for joining me tonight. Been a lot of fun. The time flew by. It's been too long. Hopefully we'll do this again sooner. It's just a lot of stuff was going on at the time. But looking forward to what you got coming. And we'll premiere. I mean, that's up to you, man. I mean, that's up to you. That'll be in your court. Feel free. I mean, it's a Halloween 4 is a good movie. We're catching up on stuff, so that's good. But yeah, have a good night, everyone. Take care, be safe, and we will see you guys later. Bye bye for now.
Bye bye.